All right, what is up, everyone? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome back to another Player Essence Cross Nintendo. Today is November 30th, 2018. For some of you guys, it might be December 1st. So shout outs to everybody. Closing out 2018, we're heading into December here, guys. Been a pretty crazy year already on Player Essence, man. Or not already, but this year's been crazy, man. Personal life been crazy. The growth on the channel's been insane. Shout outs to over 80 people watching. Thank you guys so much for joining me on your Friday night. You guys could be doing anything, but you guys are here. So I do appreciate each and every single one of you guys. We will get into personal shout outs in the chat in just a bit. So look forward to that. We got some Ninja news first, guys. We were 3, but I guess somebody dropped off. We are 4 Elite Ninja away. 4 Elite Ninja away from me licking a cartridge and having a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tournament on the spot. So on the spot, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tournament. Or was that for picture? Yeah, I think that was for this. Never mind. Yeah. So yeah, we're 4 Elite Ninja away. We're trying to see if we can hit that 150 Elite Ninja goal. So if any of you guys were thinking about joining up and also getting on my friends list, getting into tournaments with PE Ultimate and the Discord and our private Discord, make sure you do so. If you weren't here for the earlier stream, I was talking about this game right here, Resident Evil 7. I did pick up Resident Evil 7 for a whopping $10. Apparently it told me 9.5 out of 10. And $40 worth of value. I don't think this game is worth $40, or is it worth $60? I think it's worth $10, and therefore I got $10 for this game. So every time that we get 10 new Elite Ninja added, or we might even do like 10 Elite Ninja, 10 Patreon, whatever the case is, I will do a game that I've bashed before in the past or I've complained about. I will do a Let's Play of that game or a live stream of that game. So this is one of the games that I've kind of bashed every now and then for being in first person, for it being a VR game and not a real Resident Evil game. So every single 10, we will do that. So if we do it 150, we will have a playthrough and we'll have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and playthrough. So it should be interesting. Games like GTA 4, I've bashed that game. Games like, what else have I? You guys know the games that I've complained about before. We'll do games that I don't like, essentially, or games that I've complained about on the stream. We'll do those every single 10 Elite Ninja that we get. So that should be pretty cool. That should be pretty cool heading into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So yeah, I haven't opened it yet. I'll open it once we hit that 150. I'll open it, and like I said, we'll have a live stream of the game. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to playing this game. I really don't like Resident Evil. I don't like Resident Evil 7. It's not, I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of the game, but we'll play it. We'll play it for you guys. So it should be interesting. Should be interesting. So let's see here. What other Ninja news do we got? Oh yeah, December 5th giveaway for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. If you're new to the channel or you're just joining in, we've already got over 20,000 people who have entered in for this tournament, or sorry, for this giveaway. So I'm going to link that in the chat below. It's via Gleam. The more stuff you sign up for, the more entries you can get. We also accept, if you're on Twitch Prime, that gets you extra entries as well. So you can definitely do that, or you can just do YouTube, you can do Twitter. There's all sorts of ones there. So shout outs to that. And do I even have Facebook? Or no, I'm not sure Facebook. But anyway, we got over 20,000 entries. We should have more, man. We should have like 30 or 40,000 entries for this. So 7 days left, 1 week left before we get this giveaway going down. So you guys let me know. On this one here. Make sure you guys sign up for that. Let's see here. Gonna see Player Essence enjoying some crusty Wolfenstein gameplay. Yeah, you know what the funny thing is? I downloaded my new Switch, Michael, and I downloaded all of my old games. So I got a 400 gigabyte SD card, micro SD, and I downloaded all of my old games. And it took up I only have 55 gigabytes of space left after I downloaded all the games that I already had. A lot of them review copies and stuff though, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, I downloaded all those games. I had like 70 something games that I downloaded. It took me almost, I would say it took me about almost a week. It took me at least about a good 4 or 5 days of constantly having my Switch on and downloading to get all of those games downloaded. It took so long, dude. It took so long. Yeah, it was interesting because I only had 55 gigabytes left. So I do have Wolfenstein on my Switch again. I'll probably delete it at some point, but it is on my Switch. As of this moment, it is on my Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Switch. Wolfenstein is. So yeah, pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Yeah, I know. It took a long time. It took a long time to download all that back again. 400 gigabytes, not enough, man. But it seems like next year we're going to be getting 512. So 512 next year. And then probably even, maybe even the year after that, maybe 1 terabyte SD cards. Pretty standard. But the prices are probably going to be insane on those. So what's up, Chips and Sticks? How you doing today, man? Good to have you here. Good to have you here, Chips and Sticks. How was your week? Bring on the 1 terabyte micro. Yeah, man. Who's this? Whose man's is this? Shout outs to first donation of the stream, Daddy. Oh, shout outs to Daddy. He says, for some reason I keep thinking you are 6'4" or something. How is the hair going? Hair's going a little bit better, still growing back a bit. Shout outs to Daddy. With the $5 donation. No, I'm not 6'4". I'm actually a lot shorter than that. I'm about 5'8", 5'9", somewhere. I'm like 5'8" and 3/4 or 5'8" and a half, something. I forgot my official measurements. Like I think when I went to the Nike camp when I was younger, they got our official measurements, and I was like 5'8" and. Or no, I was like 5 back then. I was like 5'7" because I was in high school. I was like 5'7", and then when I went to Fresno State, they got our official measurements, and I was like 5'8" and like 5/8 or 5'8" and 3/4, some crazy like in between measurement of that. I don't know, like, but if you see me in public or whatever, like, you know, with my shoes on, like with my hair how it is, I look about 5'9", so I'm about 5'9". All right, so Daddy, we'll get you up. we'll get you up on the top stream ninja. Or top stream ninja for this one here. Thank you for the $5 donation, homie. Took a nice chunk off my health too, man. Jesus, let's go. Let's see here. What's up, Epic Steve? How you doing today, man? All right, so let's go ahead and get into the shoutouts here. I think that's all with the ninja news. Thank you to the over 100 people already watching. Let's go ahead and get into the shoutouts. If you want me to say hi to you in the chat, I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. That's why I always say hi, no matter how many viewers we have. Whether it's 500 or 600 or it's just 50, man. I mean, like, although we haven't only had 50 in a while. But anyway, I'll say hi. So let's start from the top here. Robert, why are you... so RE7 is an almost Toby Blaster? Yeah. We're going to be playing it, though. We're going to hit 150. We're going to hit 150 Elite Ninja. I'm feeling it maybe this week or next week. I'm going to do some live streaming tonight, too. I think I'm going to play some Warframe tonight because I had a date, but it just didn't really line up correctly. I mean, she was kind of tired from work this week, so we're like, oh, we'll just hang out later. So we're probably gonna hang out like Sunday or something like that. So I'll probably just stream instead, which I was kind of feeling tired from the week anyway. Like I went to the gym earlier and like I wasn't feeling it. Like I only did 35 minutes on the treadmill, and I was like, and I didn't even lift weights either. So I wasn't feeling it today, and I didn't get much sleep either. So I kind of wanted to just like chill, relax anyway, and play some video games. So I might do a living room live stream. I might. I don't know. Depends on how I feel after this. So we'll see. But shout outs to Robert. I can't believe you're up, dude. It's freaking. What time is it in Sweden right now, man? Michael O'Brien. Shout outs to Elite Ninja Michael O'Brien. Elite Ninja Robert's here as well. Elite Ninja Hunter 64. Good to see you here, man. And is it Antuella? Xena? What's up? Yeah, Ark Survival. Well, the graphics are bad. I don't know about the gameplay, but the graphics aren't very good. Let's see here. El Chupacabra, what's good? Shout out to Legion El Chupacabra. Michael O'Brien once again. Joseph Urias, what's up? How's it going? Party Man, shout out to Legion Party Bands here. Did my donation go through? Was that you, VCIPZ? Were you Daddy, or are you Daddy? I think that's the first donation that that you've put in. If that was you, dude, shout outs, man. Thank you, Daddy. I appreciate the $5 donation. Epic Steve says, "What up, OJ? Where's the homie Quantum L? I don't know. I don't keep tabs on Quantum L, so I have no idea where he is. Shout outs to Elite Ninja Flip 999. What's up, Flip 999? Good to see you here, like always, man. Good to see you here. Chips and Sticks is here. Let's go. Let's see here. Hunter 64 once again. Let's see here. All right, he do a little light trolling for kicks and giggles. All right, man. Shout outs, dude. Thanks for coming out. Chips and Sticks. He's Avedon Smith. He's his homie. So, IC Boy with the $2 donation says big or dig Bic. Yeah, man. I think wasn't there somebody named that the other day in the chat, man. You guys got to keep this. We got to keep this PG. We got to keep this PG, homies. We got to keep this PG. Let's see here. I tried donating once before, but it didn't work. So here I go again. LOL. Play this. All right. What is it first before I play something? I actually like to know what it is first, so I don't play something that's copyrighted. Let's see here. I hope this isn't something crazy that pops up. Okay, hold up. Oh, okay, it's the Slam remix. Okay, cool. With the Golden State Warriors. Okay. Gotcha. All right, can you guys hear that? Tender Essence, yeah. Let's see here. Since when was that a bad run? I usually do 1 hour, by the way. I usually do 1 hour. You know what I find? Okay, hold up. Okay, Scottie Pippen. Okay, I was about to get heated with this. Wait a minute. Who is this? Why is there Dwight Howard? This is all jacked up. This is all jacked. Whoever did this does not know what they're talking about. Whoever did this does not know what they're... Can we take a look at this real quick, guys? For my basketball fans. This is weird, VCIP. Who is this? Avani? Look at it. Look at this. Okay, I get this because you know, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, you know, would be like Adam and Pyra. But what the hell? Who's number 4 on the Celtics? Who's this midget? Is that Nate Robinson? Who's this number 4? And Dwight Howard as Jin and Laura? As Jin and Laura? Really? And then as Hugo and freaking Bridget is LeBron James and Kyrie Irving? What is this? This is right. This one's right, but these two are drastically wrong. This is the worst. This is the worst offense. Dwight Howard and I'm thinking it's Nate Rob. Who's number 4 on the Celtics? I have no idea. Who is that? Rondo? That's not Rondo. He's too short. And Rondo's skin's not as dark. Is that Rondo? I don't think so. That's horrible. This is good. I like the Jordan and Pippen. That's good, but these other ones. This one's okay. This one's okay, but this one's horrible. Anyway, nice song. Is that Terry? Is that Terry Rozier? Is that Terry? That might be Terry Rozier. Let me see. Can somebody look up? Somebody Google it for one of my basketball fans in the chat. Can somebody Google who number 4 was potentially on the Celtics, like modern? Yo, Robert, my boy Robert with the $30 donation, bodying the chat. Let's go. Madara in the house. My boy Robert showing insane support. Since the party today was awesome, OJ. Actually, it was so good. I did ninja backflips all the way home to my apartment. Hashtag Viking Nation. How are you still up, Robert? Do you sleep? This man Robert does not sleep. Do you sleep? This dude is at work in the morning. Comes to all my live streams, and then also comes to what? Shoutouts to Flip999 with the Toby Lester. Yo, you guys showing the support and love tonight. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate this. I really do. He says, play something hype for the ninja. Keep up the good work. Shoutouts to Robert with the Madra. Shoutouts to Flip999 with the Toby Blaster. With the Toby Blaster. Speaking of that, guys, we have some new merchandise coming with the new version of Player Essence, so look forward to that. We're gonna have some funny t-shirts. Gotta get my boy Nobu to get some art going for us. Let's see here. So we're gonna go ahead and get Robert up here on the top stream ninja. Robert didn't waste any time on that one, but thank you guys. Thank you, Flip. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate that. Let's play something hype for the play something hype. Let's play the regular one. This is always hype. I can listen to this song forever. All right, Dankum Center says, when's the next ninja training video? Probably soon. I'll probably record it this weekend. What does Robert do for a living? I'm not gonna ask the man his profession. I'm not gonna ask the man his profession. He might not want to reveal that. Let's see here. PB says Xenoblade 2 and Torna got updated so you could have Mythra Smash Ultimate costume. Today's a great day. Yeah, it's cool, but it's useless though. It doesn't do anything to actually improve the game. Basically, I sleep and I work. Yeah, man. Let me continue saying shout outs to everybody here in the chat. Be more Akuma, Nindy Gamer. If I haven't said hi to you, make sure you say something in the chat so I can say hi. Rail Marcher, what's good? Final Fantasy VII remake never releasing. Shout outs, Elite Ninja there. Let's see here. Wolf God, what's good? Leo Aguilar, what is good? Akusheo, what's good, man? Dake Meme once again. El Chuba, what's good? Yeah, you guys give some love to Robert, dude, for showing the love to the village, man. Party Man says, I throw the best parties. Let's go. Shout outs, man. J2 Blue's here. What's good, J2 Blue? Elite Ninja J2 Blue. Boxer. Is that Isaiah Thomas? Okay, that's Isaiah Thomas. I didn't know he was number 4. Shout outs to IC Boy. And he says, sorry, bro. That daddy donation took 10 minutes to send. Okay, VCIPZ, that wasn't you. Okay, never mind. You were... Okay, I thought it was you, but it wasn't you. It was IC Boy. You said that daddy donation took like 10 minutes to send. Okay, is the link... I guess the link's working okay then, guys, right? And how's the music? Is the music okay or is it too loud or not? Let me know with the music too, guys. Shout out to Soul Toxin Gaming. What's good, dude? Thank you, IC Boy. I appreciate the $5 donation, man. I really do. Thank you. Epic Steve. Let's see. I couldn't for the life find number 4 for the Boston Celtics. I have no idea who that is. I have no idea. Somebody's saying Isaiah Thomas, but I didn't think Isaiah Thomas was number 4 when he was on the Celtics, was he? And he usually wore a headband. That guy wasn't wearing a headband, was he? What's up, Jerry on XP? Music sounds good over here. Okay, good. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. Kenyatta Ali. What's up, Elite Ninja Kenyatta Ali's here. Good to see you here. Quantum L. What's good? Music volume's fine. Good stuff. Soccer Star 9001. What's good, man? Good to see you here. Shout out to Elite Ninja Aron's here. Vanessa Brooks is here. Good to see all of you guys. Thank you for the regular suspects coming through. Thank you. 145 people watching. All right, guys. Today we're going to be talking about... What are we talking about? What did I put in the title? I do so many live streams, I forget sometimes. All right, huge Switch sales. So basically what Player Essence Cross Nintendo is for the new subscribers and the new people, we go over all the best Nintendo news for the week. PE Live is more like we just go over whatever's popping for the day. But Player Essence Cross Nintendo, we go over what's like for the week. So huge Switch sales. Nintendo had a report where they actually showed off some, not showed off, but they actually talked about some Black Friday, which is more here in the US, but they had some huge sales. So I want to go over those with you, and I can get you guys' opinion. I know a lot of you guys were here for the original stream where I talked about it, but once again, it's always good to get the new people who couldn't join in. And hopefully you guys are liking the dual streams. This has actually been working really well for me, having 2 streams a day. It's working really well for me. I actually like it a lot more than just having 1 stream, because I don't feel paranoid about European users and Westerners and like who can watch what. It's like, okay, well, if you're up there, you can watch that one. If you're up at this point when you're off of work, you can watch this one. So I actually feel a lot better. All right, so let's go over some of the bullet points here, guys, from Nintendo Switch. So Nintendo Switch hardware sales grew 115% compared to the same period in 2017. Lifetime sales of the Nintendo Switch, which is entering only its second holiday season, have reached more than 8.2 million units. And I think it's very important that Nintendo says that, because the Switch isn't even in its second year yet. It's in its second holiday season. So the Switch is still under 2 years old. You know, think about that for a second, guys. The Switch has sold this much, and it's still under 2 years old. That's just insane. Over 8.2 million units. Also, another thing, guys, that I learned about this, the Switch sales in the US alone are actually higher than the PS Vita and the Wii U combined. So if you take the Wii U sales here in the US and you take the PS Vita sales here in the US, the Switch is actually higher than those combined. Can you believe that? Sales of first-party games, including digital downloads, topped 1 million units from November 22nd to the 26th, beating the 2017 totals by 78%. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee have combined in US sales for more than 1.5 million units since their launch on November 16th. Super Mario Party surpassed lifetime US sales of more than 1 million units, becoming the fastest selling game in the Mario Party series and the 5th million selling first-party Nintendo Switch game in the US alone, joining The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Super Mario Odyssey and Splatoon 2. Can we talk about that just a bit? Because I don't think Super Mario Odyssey, or sorry, not Super Mario Odyssey, I don't think Super Mario Party is getting that much like praise from people about that. It's the fastest selling Mario Party game of all time in the US. That means that's faster than the Wii version, that's faster than the N64 and all those games that came out. That's crazy considering the install base is 8.2 million. That's just really good for Nintendo on that front. They went over some 3DS stuff, but it's like whatever. They went over some classic gaming stuff, it's like whatever, you know, on those ones. The strong sales, that all contributed to 3DS and classic gaming systems, so like the NES Classic and the Super Nintendo Classic. Nintendo sold more than $250 million in 5 days. And all of those sales, guys, Nintendo is basically reporting on the 5-day period. Now, here's another big thing about the sales before we get into you guys' comments on this. Nintendo did say that it's a 5-day period. So from Black Friday, which was last week, you know, Thanksgiving, all that good stuff, through Cyber Monday, Nintendo actually sold more Nintendo Switch units in the history that they've ever sold. Nintendo consoles. They've sold more Nintendo consoles than they've ever sold at any stretch in the like same time period. So that beats the Wii, and I think the Wii back in 2008, or it was like something like that, 2008 or one of those years that it had a really good year. It sold 800,000 units in the same time period. So that was the previous record. Nintendo Switch actually sold more than that. So we do know from November, so essentially from the 1, 2, 3, 4. So from November 15th to November 19th. Hold up. Wait, when was Thanksgiving? No. Okay, sorry. From November 23rd, November 22nd, 23rd-ish to November 26th, the Switch sold over 800,000 units, maybe even nearing 1 million. That is freaking incredible. It was top seller on Amazon for systems. It was a top seller at many different places. When it comes to it, I don't know how many Spidey PS4 bundles that were sold, but those did really good too. So I would guess that Spidey PS4 bundles were near that or above 1 million or whatever the case is. I'm not trying to say that it was the top out of everyone, but for Nintendo beating the Wii in that same regards, think about that, beating the Wii. So that's insane. That's really insane. You can, out of date gamer Dorkman, you can tell when the stream starts. All you got to do is look right below you, dude, and you can tell right when the stream starts. Or you can follow me on Twitter as well. Twitter, you get updates when stream starts starting, or you can just look right below and it says stream started however many minutes ago. All right, so we're at the first topic though, so you didn't miss much. Let's see here. Well, Nintendo's reported that Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu, and Eevee has sold around they've only reported 3 million units. They haven't reported 3 to 4 million. So I don't know where you're getting the 4 million from. Nintendo's only reported that it sold 1.5 here in the US, and it sold 3 million units in its first 3 days. Those are the only numbers that we've got. So Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu, and Eevee could be at 5 million. It could be at 6 million. I don't know. It can be at 3.9 million. It can be at 4.6 million. We don't know, but Nintendo hasn't reported anything outside of 3 million in the first 3 days and 1.5 million here in the US. Other than that, we don't know. Let's see here. Are you playing Let's Go? I haven't been playing Let's Go as much. Or are you talking to Chips and Sticks? Okay, you're talking to Chips and Sticks. Okay. Let's see. Apparently the Wii broke 800K. Was it 2011? I thought it was 2008. Okay, was it 2011? I don't know about 2011, dude. That seems a bit late for that. But we don't have the full numbers, so we don't know. We sold 500K on Black Friday alone. Switch beat that too. Are you sure it was 2011? VCIPZ says God of War was 5th place for all products that week, but it was only $10 to $20 depending on the retailer. Let's Go, Eevee, and Pikachu are 2 full price games with the Pokeball Plus. Well, the thing about it is that, you know, God of War, if God of War released in the Black Friday shopping period, I think it would have sold just as much as Pokemon, you know. But I guess that's a weird comparison. But I think God of War, it's still doing really well, right? But yeah, you're right. It is a lot of people that already wanted the game bought the game. That's basically what I'm trying to say. A lot of people that already wanted God of War bought the game. It still did really good. Don't get me wrong. I'm guessing that it sold at least, you know, 500,000 units or whatever over Black Friday, or it sold something. I'm just making up a number, but I'm pretty sure that it did really well. But yeah, it was heavily discounted. God of War was heavily, and that's interesting because, like, usually what you'd see with a game like that high of quality, you don't see it drop to like $17 for God of War. It just came out in April. For that high quality of a game of the year candidate, like to see it even for Black Friday. Now, and it's back up to $39.99, you know, which is still 20 bucks off the price, which is still a pretty good deal, $39.99 for the game. But I mean, like, it just seemed odd. It seemed like they had excess surplus copies, but because I think what happened is that the game sold really well in its first like couple weeks, and then I think sales kind of dropped off of a cliff, and that's the reason why they were so low, because it's based on inventory. Like, for example, the newer games, they probably have less inventory, like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, some of the other games, but the fact that like you could get God of War for cheaper than Assassin's Creed Origins, because Assassin's Creed Origins was like the best deal that you can find on that game was like $20-something, right? So people were buying God of War for less than Assassin's Creed Origins, which just blows my mind. In terms of you know, keeping the sale value, which Ubisoft has done a good job with the Assassin's Creed, at least retaining the value of the game, at least for this one. So yeah, man. Yo, did the Chiefs really cut Kareem Hunt? Dude, Did they really cut him? I'm sorry. Did they really cut him? Dude, did they really cut? Wow. No. They didn't cut him. No, they didn't cut him. They just said he can't, he's on the commissioner's exempt list, meaning he can't practice, play, or attend games during the NFL's investigation into it. So no, they didn't cut him yet. They didn't cut him yet. He's on the exempt list, not cut. Anyway, they released him. No, that's not what they're saying here. They didn't. No, that's not what they're saying here. Oh, no, they are releasing. Oh, you're right. They did release him. Oh, you're right. They did release him. They did. You're right. No, they did. They did. Okay. Look, man. I don't condone, real quick, guys, I have a little intervention here. I don't condone violence against women. I don't condone what Kareem Hunt did. But, man, like, if he's not charged with something, which there's no charges here, I think the 49ers might need to give him a call. No, I'm joking. Well, no, I'm not joking. I don't know the whole situation. I saw everything that happened. I don't condone what he did. I think what he did was wrong. But from what I'm understanding, there was a whole big altercation. That lady was crazy. She was out here hitting people with lamps, using the N-word towards them, banging on people's doors. She was doing all sorts of crazy stuff. So I don't condone that. But from what I understand, like, looks like she was trying to fight somebody too. Looks like she was trying to fight too, man. Like she wouldn't leave when she got kicked out. So that's just what I'm saying. Like I said, you don't hit tiny 100-pound women. That's ridiculous. I would never hit a woman. You know, you don't hit women like that. I don't condone that type of action. But it seems like that girl was ready to fight. So I mean, she was hitting people with lamps and stuff. So I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, so let's keep going. Let's keep it going here, guys. But yeah, that's actually huge. Kansas City probably isn't going to win the Super Bowl now. They're probably not going to. I think they kind of need Kareem Hunt to win a Super Bowl, and they're probably not going to win a Super Bowl now. All right, so let's continue on here, guys. We're on Nintendo Switch sales, so if you have any big Switch sales talk that you want to discuss, what you guys were thinking, let me know. Tag me at PlayerSense. I think Michael O'Brien has a comment here. 2008 was the 800K figure. 2011 beat that, but Nintendo didn't give that figure. That was when the Wii was discounted to $100. Okay, well, we can't really count that though, because yeah, 2011 the Wii was discounted to $100. So I mean, 2008 that was the big one where the Wii was still full priced at what, you know, how much was the Wii? $200 when it launched, or $250? $250. It was $250. So that was, the Wii was still $250 then. So yeah, man. Let's see here. Plus, that's great and all, but the Switch is undoubtedly undoubtedly failed to become a big global product. Yeah, mass market device. Exactly. It won't be a mass market device. It won't be one. Let's see here. I'm more curious to see if Smash can propel the Switch to break the Wii December record, 3.8 million. Oh, you know, that's actually a very good good point. 3.8 million for the month. That would be what figure is that, M. Williams? Is that US or is that worldwide for December? Do you know? Robert Bear says, did they cut him? Dumbest thing I've ever heard. Well, yeah, they cut him not because he did what he did, by the way. You guys, not because he did what he did with Kareem Hunt. They cut him because they said that Hunt was not truthful with the management in internal discussions regarding the altercation in February. So apparently they saw the film or they saw the footage, but he wasn't truthful what actually happened or the more details of what happened. So they cut him. There you go, man. I mean, Kareem Hunt is probably top 5 running back in the league, top 3 running back in the league. So it's, yeah, pretty big news, dude. Pretty big news. Somebody's going to pick him up in an instant. He's going to be playing for somebody else because there was no charges pressed. There was no charges pressed. Apparently that girl was crazy. So he's going to be playing next year. He's going to get suspended this year for the rest of the year. He's not going to be able to play. It's going to be pretty harsh. He might even get suspended into next year. But he's going to be suiting up for somebody next year because I mean they're not going to let that type of talent go. Look at the dude from the 49ers just got cut and then Redskins picked him up quick. Foster. So there goes my fantasy team. You said, yeah, man, you can't be lying about that sort of thing. Let's see here. VCIPZ says Smash Ultimate will sell 6 million worldwide in the first week. 6 million worldwide. That's a big number, VCIPZ. That would be literally like half or almost half of what Smash, not half, but it would be a good portion of like 40%, a good chunk of what Smash 4 did. So, you know what? After seeing Mario Party start off so well, and after seeing Super Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, yeah, I think it's going to have a Breath of the Wild type of experience to where it's like you can't think, it's like, okay, well, there's only this many systems out. How can Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild be the best-selling Zelda game on a single release? But yeah, it is, because it's the Switch. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think it could definitely sell 6 million worldwide in the first week. It's definitely possible for it to sell 6 million. That is easy. I mean, in Japan, let's say in Japan it sells about 1 million in the first week, right? In the first few days. And then Europe, it sells about 1.5, 2 million. Then here in the US, it sells 4 million. That's 6. And that's being conservative. So US, 3.5 to 4 million. Europe, 1.5 to 2 million. Japan, 500,000 to 1 million. That's 6 million right there. So yeah, that's definitely right. Let's see here. Well, Adrian Peterson's old though, B. Morikuma. So I don't think. I mean, if they pick up Kareem Hunt, then like obviously Adrian Peterson. I don't think Adrian Peterson's. He just signed a 1-year deal, so he's not going to be there next year. Let's see here. Oh, I didn't know that part. Can't lie to the boss man. Yeah, you can't lie to the boss man. Exactly. Can't lie to the boss man. Or wasn't truthful, wasn't 100% truthful. You should have just told him the truth what happened. Because apparently that girl was crazy. So, I mean, and if there was no charges pressed or anything like that. But, I mean, then again, you know, once, like, he can't be doing that. You can't, dude, Kareem Hunt, this dude's 5'10", 217 pounds. He's not small. I mean, if you're 5'10" and you're 217 pounds, you're a thick dude. And obviously he's buff. You know, he's a big buff football player. You're a big dude. You might not be super tall, but you're big. 217 pounds, that's big. And this chick was like this paper thin chick, you know what I'm saying? She was tiny. So you can't be hitting people like that. You can't put your hands on somebody like that. You're too big. You're too big and too strong to be putting your hands on somebody that small. Even though she was fighting back, she punched him in the face. You know, she swung and punched him in the face. You can't be doing that. You're too big. You know, and you know, as a brother in the United States, you know what I'm saying? Like you still that alone already going to tell you that you're already going to be under the microscope. And then on top of that, you're a big dude. Nah, too much. She forward smash. No, I think, dude, Kareem did a forward smash on his homie. Like apparently, like he like hit his homie, and his homie like got hit from the back. Kareem forward smashed his homie, and then his homie smashed into her. Like they both went flying through the. They both went flying through the freaking thing. Like all you see is like you just like it's grainy footage from the hotel. All you see is just like this dude just getting like blasted back like this, and then him smashing right into her. Then them just both tumbling like they both got like KO, like knockout from the freaking arena, dude. It was. It was comical because he didn't hit her, but he hit his homie, and his homie then smashed into her. So yeah, man. He was scared of what would happen to him. Yeah, obviously he was scared of what would happen to him. Yeah. I know. Give Brady Kareem Hunt. Yeah, it'd be like Kevin Falk all over again, dude. So they got bodied. I mean, yeah. She got kind of bodied, dude. I mean, it wasn't a Ray Rice situation. It wasn't that. Like Ray Rice, like my boy Ray Rice, he bodied his wife. But this one was not as bad as that. So I wouldn't say that she got bodied, but she definitely didn't win. I'll tell you that. So, but it wasn't. Did he ever directly hit her? He kicked her. He did like this little sissy kick on her, like this little like Luigi taunt, like you know, like when Luigi taunts. Like Luigi's taunt on Super Smash or like Smash Brothers, like Smash 4. It was like this little Luigi taunt kick on her. He did that, but you know, he pushed her, but I don't think he ever directly like hit her. Like Ray Rice like punched and like hit his wife. At the time, it was his fiance in the face and knocked her out cold, and then dragged her out of the elevator. That's why Ray Rice is never in the NFL again. That's why and rightfully so. I think that was the right call. But they're married now, and they've both forgiven each other, and you know, blah blah blah. So, whatever, you know. Yeah. That was the reports. B-more. That was the reports. Yeah. I think the notion of you can't hit women needs to be re-examined, especially if they assaulted him. Well, look, guys, I don't want to get. I know we're talking about this stuff, but I don't want to get too much into that. But this is, you know, we do have a good conversation here. I am open to talking about, you know, some of it, just as long as it doesn't involve like, you know, like the religion or revolve like politics. I'm down with talking about like NFL or sports or whatever and stuff like that. But I mean, like I said, we don't know the whole story. We don't know the whole story, so we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that was reported that she was like, there was multiple reports from the police and everything that, yeah, that's what, and from the witnesses that's what she was doing. She got kicked. She hit somebody with the lamp. She got violent. She was banging on his door and saying the N-word like for 30 minutes. She was banging on his door and calling him names and stuff. So he got heated. So, you know, it is what it is, but whatever. Let's see here. All right. So what else do you guys think with these sales here with the Switch? Smash will sell 4 to 5 million, easy 6 million is possible. Absolutely. Well, if you just break it down, I mean, it's very possible that Smash Ultimate sells 4 million here in the US in the first week. I'm pretty sure because of and here's the reason why I think Smash Ultimate can sell 6 million here in the US. Tournament scene. Tournament scene, tournament scene, tournament scene. You need multiple copies of Smash Brothers. The tournament scene is bigger and better than anything. There are, I mean, if you look at a lot of the Smash Brothers players, look at all the giveaways for Smash. There have been multiple giveaways. People have bought the game multiple times. The Smash Brothers bundle, the special edition, the regular edition. I mean, I honestly feel that there's going to be a lot of people who buy the game multiple times, but then there's also going to be the tournament organizers that have to buy the game multiple times for all the different Switch units. So I think that it's a very, very possible that Smash sells 4 million plus here in the US by itself. That is the game here in the US. That is the game. So yeah, man. Yeah, it was like a little bit of a aw shucks kind of kick. Yeah. Shout outs to Solo News with the $2 donation. What's up, Solo News? Good to see you here. He says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hype are you for Smash? Oh, easily a 10, dude. Smash is my favorite franchise along with Fire Emblem. Let's see, maybe some Miami Dolphins TD song. Well, you want me to play the Miami Dolphins TD song? Yeah, we can play that for you, dude. You didn't ask for a song on your donation request, so absolutely. Miami. Well, I mean, that's AFC, right? So I know Miami, they're happy about that. Maybe they don't have to deal with Kareem Hunt, maybe. All right, so here we go. Miami Dolphins fight song. Do you think Smash will sell double digits, 10 million by the end of the fiscal year? Yeah, definitely. Because Super Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, all of those, well, not Breath of the Wild, but Super Mario Odyssey, and did that. Essentially, it sold 10 million units in like a month or so, like a couple months. So yeah, I think Smash will definitely sell 10 million. If you're talking about December, January, February, March, all the way to, so 4 months of sales, oh yeah, Smash is definitely gonna get to 10 million. Absolutely. Let's see here. I'm curious to know how many units, hardware, Pokemon sold. How many, like, chips and sticks? Do you mean the actual Nintendo Switch Pokemon bundle? Do you mean that? Is that what you're talking about? Shout outs to Matanu says, do you think Smash will... Okay, I already answered that question. We got a new one here. The Icarus with the $5 donation says, Nintendo is probably the only gaming company in the world that can theoretically, with some third-party support, sell a gaming console by themselves. You're right, the Icarus. And dude, you give me so many freaking video ideas with your like whenever you say, or whenever like you've donated for the past couple weeks, dude. I did a video. I think I gave you a shout out in that video. I think I even did it when I talked about Earthbound and all that stuff. That's a good topic for another video, man. That's a good topic. I think that they are the only company, and I'll make a video on this. Icarus is good, dude. He's a good dude. Nintendo is the only gaming company that can sell a console and have this success with the limited amount of third-party support that they get from Western developers. They're the only ones. Nobody else can do this. I mean, not the Miami Dolphins, not Xbox, you know, not Sony. Nobody can do this but Nintendo. So that's why Nintendo is so unique, and I think that's why there's so many people that are passionate. I mean, you see so many, you know, Nintendo channels. You see so many people that make content on Nintendo, even though their whole content ID claim stuff, you still have people still make content on Nintendo because people are so passionate about that, you know? Like, I would never, ever cover a Sony or Microsoft game if I couldn't monetize it. If I couldn't monetize it, or if there's going to be issues like that, I would never, because I just don't have the passion. Unless it was something like Persona, maybe that, yeah. but I don't have the passion for a lot of this stuff. But I think that's the difference with Nintendo, man, is that like they have their first party games are so good, they can still get by. They can still sell and sell and sell and sell without, like, literally they have like 5% of the third party support that Microsoft and Sony get. Like they literally have like 5 or 10%. If you're talking big games, they almost have nothing compared to those two systems. And yet every single time Switch is blowing Microsoft out of the water. And it was so funny because I saw a report from the MPD saying that, oh, well, the Xbox One is selling phenomenally well here in the US. And I'm like, okay, it is. Well, give us the numbers. What is phenomenal? You're telling me it's selling phenomenally well, but we get the leaked MPD. MPDs, they're bull jiving on us. They're bull jiving a little bit. There's a little bit of tomfoolery with that statement because you're telling me that the Xbox One X is selling really well. Okay, well, we get the leaked numbers from people who get the MPD reports. Is there a reason why the Xbox One is selling well below the Switch then? How well is the Xbox One X selling if we get the leaked numbers and it's not selling anywhere near what the Switch is selling? So you're telling me it's selling so phenomenal, yet you can't give us a breakdown of what it's selling. So I don't want to hear that. That's great that it's doing well, and I get that, and I understand that they're trying to say that it's doing well, but we have no numbers. I don't want to hear that from them. So if it's selling so well, why is the Xbox so far behind Microsoft and Sony? Don't sit here and tell me it's selling phenomenally well, then give me no numbers, and then we have to rely on leaked numbers, okay? No. I don't want to hear that. Unless you're working for the company. Maybe if Microsoft says that, whatever, fine. But that was a report apparently from the MPD that said that. I'm like, okay, well, we know your numbers. So how phenomenally is it selling? We know from retailers, you can ask any retailer around here, the Xbox One X or Xbox One S is the best selling Microsoft device, hands down. The best-selling video gaming device that Microsoft, it's the Xbox One S. It's not the Xbox One X. It's the Xbox One S. And the Xbox One S and X are well below the Switch and the PS4. So why are you, like, what is this? Is this propaganda report? I mean, look, and I get it. Maybe that's their opinion. They want to title it that way, but then give us the numbers. Don't have that report that not give us numbers. That's stupid. Why are we relying on leaks? That's why I like the media create. That's why I like Famitsu, because we actually get numbers. We don't have this we don't have this silliness from some people. Not many people talked about that article, but I don't know. I just found that weird. But anyway, Nintendo's the only company that can really do that with like the Icarus was saying, by themselves, you know? So yeah. Let's see here. Chuba says, true that Nintendo's first party games have special magic that dumps hype and sales unlike anything else. Yeah, it's crazy, man. He said, I seen Ark released on the Switch. I heard it was a bad port. Yeah, the graphics don't look too good. I don't know about the gameplay though. I saw John was talking about that Spawn Wave. Let's see here. Got an Xbox One X during Black Friday. Date was November 27th. Okay, Mr. Pete says that. Yeah, I got an Xbox One X too. It's right over here. This is the controller that came with it. It's great. It's a great system overall. I actually really like the Xbox One X. The system by itself is fantastic. It's powerful. It's Twitch got an update today. Do I have any Xbox fans in here or any Xbox users in here? Outside, I know Mr. Pete, but did any of you guys check out Twitch on the Xbox One today? Whew! I got that update, man. That Twitch is looking nice. Looking nice on the Xbox One. So yeah, I was watching Twitch today. I like that they basically changed it to where it's kind of in line with the PS4 and kind of in line with how Twitch is normally. You know, you have like the preview of the before you didn't have a preview of actual real-time preview of what was being played. All you had was these squares of like the last screenshot that you saw, and they actually updated it to where you have the real-time preview like the PS4's is. So I mean that was awesome. Yo, Velvety, welcome back. What the heck, Velvet? Why didn't your name pop up? I did not see your name pop up with the. It should have said that you resubbed. Yo, shout outs to Velvet. Thank you so much for the long-term support. You got your Renangan. You are back 1 year on the dot. Thank you so much. That is so weird. I did not see. Let me look through on here. There should have been a re-pop up that you did come back to the village here. So yeah, it's still not. Maybe it's going to pop up soon. That is so weird. Or is it just giving you your original one? I think it's just giving you... Yeah, you know what? It's just giving you your original one. It says that... Yeah, I see your Miss Velvet Crow. Yeah, back in September or August, September of... Yeah. Yeah, it's not... I don't know why it's not popping up. But, Yeah, I don't know why it's not popping up. And I tried to put the repeat and it wouldn't let me repeat it so something can pop up. So sorry about that, Velvety. But no, shoutouts. Thank you for the resub. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Mr. Pizza's point I wanted to make is that the console was built and left on a shelf of a warehouse for over a year before it was sold. Okay, I see what you're trying to say there. Okay, my bad. I didn't know about that. That's what you were trying to say. I wasn't thinking about that when you said that. That Renengan though. Yeah, the Renengan. Let's go. Yep. Welcome back, Velvety. Welcome back. I haven't turned on my Xbox since January. Dude, turn it on. Watch some Twitch on there, man. Have you guys got the Twitch? There's Twitch achievements. I got all of them on there. That's the only game that I've 100% achieved on Twitch. Like 100% achievements was Twitch on the Xbox One. Sega does what Nintendo don't. Stay alive. Yo, yeah, Torna got an update, but nothing big though. It just added Myth. Or well, from what we know, all it added was Mithra's Super Smash Brothers censored costumes, so that was it. Renengan, what is that? Yeah, basically the Renengan is a visual eye jutsu from Naruto. It is what Sasuke and Madara had. There's actually a lot more to it, but essentially what it can do is that it lets you pass through dimensions. I mean, it can do a lot more than that, but essentially the gist of it is that, yeah, it can let you pass through dimensions and see things that normally others could not see at all. And certain energy wavelengths, chakra, things like that. So it's a visual eye jutsu from Naruto. But here in, what we're doing here, if you've been a member, so if you've joined up for at least 1 year time, your badge changes by your name. So if you look at Velvety, Ms. Velvet Crow, if you look right by her wrench, she has like a badge that says member. And then if you hover over, it should say 1 year. So it just basically just shows the type of support for that. Unfortunately, Robert, you've been here for a while too, but I can't give people. Oh my God! Shoutouts to Robert says now that I know smiley face with the 50. My boy unlocked his own Renengan. Let's go. Let's go, Robert. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Yo. No, OJ, it lets you make a tiny gravity orb that can create a mood. No. No, that's not it. That's not it, dude. You gotta watch Boruto, then you can see what Sasuke does with his Renengan. Like Sasuke's the only one that can like hunt down like the rest of that crazy lady that came there. I forgot. I can't say her name properly all the time, so I'm just not gonna say it. Kayuga lets him hunt down and also travel to their dimension and fight them. But although he was about to get bodied, so he left. But anyway, shout outs to Robert. I think you were joking though, Aaron. Shout outs to Robert with the $50 unlocking the Renengan. It says now I know he knows what the Renengan is. But yeah, that's basically what it is. It's a visual eye jutsu that's just super OP. It's like super OP. It's more OP than Mangekyou Sharingan, which Mangekyou Sharingan is freaking OP. Renengan is like super OP. Renengan is like the chances of you actually surviving somebody against a fight with somebody with a Renengan is slim to none. Slim to none. So yeah, Robert using that Renengan. Let's go. No, there is no spoilers. There is no spoilers. If you haven't watched Naruto Shippuden, if you don't know what a Renengan is and you haven't watched Naruto Shippuden at this point, stop it. Stop it. I don't want to hear anything about spoilers. That show is it's been years since the finale. You should know what a Renengan is. Robert, yeah, you should know what it is. You should know what it is. Let's see here. All right, so let's continue on here. Anything else with the sales here, guys? And shout outs to the 177 people watching. I do appreciate it. If you're someone new that just joined in, we're talking about Kareem Hunt hitting. No, I'm joking. We were talking about that. No, we're talking about the sales. Nintendo reported some big sales for the past week. A lot of you guys probably saw my PE News video. The Switch sold over 800,000 units in a 5-day period from last week to Cyber Monday, which was this past Monday. So big sales from Nintendo, and things are going to be heating up even more with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate coming out. So we're giving you, I mean, you guys can give predictions on the sales for Smash Ultimate. You guys can tell me, like, what you were playing the most. I guess, what did you buy over Black Friday with the sales? It doesn't have to just be Nintendo. It could be whatever you want to. So we're kind of talking about that right at this point, guys. If you have if you have comments, just tag me at PlayerEssence, #PlayerEssence. Also, hit that like button too. If you haven't hit the like button, and share the stream if you can. Really helps us out, get some more people in here. And once again, give some love to Robert, my boy Robert. Dude showing some insane love. Thank you so much, man. Let's see. I'm so behind on the Naruto shows. I gotta catch up. Yeah, if what I just said won't make sense to you until you actually watch it. So what I just said probably won't even make sense. You know what I watched the other day though? I watched the Mr. Bean movie, the newest one of the new Mr. Bean movies. That movie, Mr. Bean, is that's a weird show. Anybody watch Mr. Bean here? I don't know if I liked it or not. I don't think I did. Let's see here. What's up, Andre? Shout outs to my boy Elite Ninja Andre's here. Good to see you here, man. What's up? Glad Nintendo is doing well. Been a Nintendo fan since I was 5 years old. Yo, so definitely been a Nintendo fan for a long time. Yeah, I've been a Nintendo fan since I was 3 years old. Although my first thing that I can remember playing was Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle, like when I was about 2 years old. That's my first memories are of my mom, obviously, for most people. Is with my mom looking at this beautiful lady, you know, that's holding me. That's my first memories that I can think of. Probably like when I was maybe like one and a half or something like that, is my mom holding me. But my next memory is of Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle. My brother, Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle, and brown, because I used to crawl on this brown carpet that we had and these stairs. I used to crawl just like, and I remember just playing, like just smashing and like playing Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle. And I just remember my brother just being this towering figure over me, always picking me up and putting me down and picking me up and putting me down and telling me to look at this and telling me to press this button. I had no idea what was going on. I was like 2 years old. Those are my earliest memories. So I can remember Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle and my brother, just this tall guy. Like I was just this tall man that would just pick me up and put me down in places and tell me to press these buttons and like, no, do this. No, do this. No, you're not paying attention. Do this. Oh man. Let's see here. I've been a Nintendo fan since before I was born. Yeah, was your mom playing like Legend of Zelda and like you like felt it through, you know, through your mom? Like it was just like a type of like a transfer. Is that what it was? Did she implant that memory like through her own experiences into your brain when you were in the womb? You said Joseph said my mom showed me how to play Legend of Zelda. First game I ever played. Nice, man. Dankbeam says I hate people giving Sakurai crap on who's playable and who's not playable. These are fake Smash fans. Thoughts on day one patch? I don't really have too much thoughts on day one patch just because we don't know what's inside there. And for me, it doesn't matter because I have the digital version. So, let's see. Five Nights at Freddy's and Friends Sports places. My Walmart had Ridley Amiibo, but when I tried to buy it, they didn't let. Yeah, sometimes Walmart gets the stuff early. But they won't let you ring it up. So yeah. Let's see here. Mr. Pete 1985 says picked up Rise of the Tomb Raider 20th anniversary for $12. Good price. Been playing through that. Also ordered the Steel book Shadow of the Tomb Raider. All right. Excuse me. Mr. Bean was always too weird for me. Yeah, he is really weird, huh? Mr. Bean is lovely, very British. Bang, bang. That's why we talk about bang. No, bang, bang. He's freaking weird, dude. Freaking weird show. I didn't know what to think. I was confused after I watched the latest one. I think the latest one that I watched was like he won like a camcorder, and he got an all expense paid trip to like I think France. So he was like traveling there, and just all sorts of stupid stuff happens, of course. Nap time for you, Velvet? All right, Velvet. You have a nice evening. Good night. Let's see here. El Chupacabra says, players, my older brother got me into playing Pokemon Leaf Green when I was 3. Yo, little Chuba doesn't know what he's doing. Let's see here. OJ sounded like the Cookie Monster there for a minute. It was like, bang, bang, bang. That's how he sounds, dude. Fear Tiger was playing the NES before the Big Bang. That makes him pretty old, I will say. Yeah, man, dude, he was just out there just floating. He was out there just floating, or like out there playing he invented the NES himself, dude. It got lost after the Big Bang. It got lost, dude. Oh man. I always liked the actor for Mr. Bean and other things, but never liked Mr. Bean. Oh, okay. What comment? Dank Meme Center, you leave like 5 billion comments, so I naturally skip over some of your comments because you put a lot of comments. So if you want me to say something, or if you want me to read off something, tag me. But yeah, you put a lot of comments. So I try to get to other people's comments that I haven't read yet. So go ahead and write it again if you want me to read it, dude. Solo News says, today I picked up a neon pink and green Joy-Cons along with Let's Go Eevee from my job, and I also pre-ordered Smash. Nice. Let's see here. Andre wants says, why do people act to play the same old Pokemon game and want no change? I don't get it. Why do people like to play or want to play the same old Pokemon game and want no change? Well, I mean, just because the old Pokemon game, or the way that they want to play, they're used to it, so they don't want change. A lot of people are scared of change, so that's really what it comes down to. Fairy Tiger is actually an entire nebula. Oh man, we roasted Fairy Tiger and he's not even here. My man is asleep. My man is asleep here. All right. I'm just gonna call you FNA, or actually, what's just Friends Puppet. Friends Puppet says, player says, my first memory of video games was my brother's Atari, but first love was Ninja Turtles arcade game for the NES. Yeah, that game was awesome. Yes, that game was really good. That game was really good. I love that game too. I really do like that game. It's really good. All right, so we can continue talking about the Smash, or about the sales if you guys want to. But we're going to move on to the next topic here, guys, and that's Nintendo Creators Program. So for those who don't know, and it's already been an hour. That's insane that it's already been an hour. I can't believe that. And we had just 10 minutes of music, too, so it wasn't like, it was like 15 minutes of music or more. Anyway, so yeah, Nintendo's Creators Program is dead. The old program was not very good. The old program, basically, there was all sorts of rules and regulations, and, you know, there was certain stuff that you could and couldn't do. Nintendo, the revenue was just horrible. And it didn't work in conjunction with your existing, you know, network, so most people didn't do it. So Nintendo essentially got rid of their old Creators Program, and they've made a new program, which is no program. They just have some rules. Basically, you need to put your own touch on, like, so this is monetization of Nintendo's content, right? So this is stuff like trailers, promotional material, video games. You can do all that. You can do all that on YouTube without fear of getting copyright striked, right? Before, Nintendo was pretty vicious with some of the copyright strikes. Or sorry, no, not copyright strikes. Copyright claim, claiming. So you couldn't make anything off of it. They would make it, or they would just not accept it. But now at this point, that has changed. The biggest games are like Super Mario Odyssey. I might even do a playthrough of Super Mario Odyssey, or I just might play it more. The reason why I couldn't play it more for you guys, or just do more content, is because Nintendo would just, like, anytime, even if I tried to talk about it, like top 5 levels from Super Mario Odyssey, Nintendo would claim that. I remember I made a video about Super Mario Odyssey, like my favorite levels, like, and I started to work on the video. I was like, you know what, let me upload, like, I was halfway done with it, or no, not halfway, I was like a quarter done with it. I was like, let me just upload, and I was cutting the video up. I was like, let me just upload a part of it, let's see if it gets claimed. Nintendo claimed it. I'm like, there's no way in hell that I'm gonna spend like 5 more hours editing this and then put it up and for it to get claimed by Nintendo, even though it's my own input over it. I'm not just uploading Let's Plays with no commentary. Like, it was like my top 5 favorite Super Mario Odyssey levels, but it was going to take a long time to edit, and I wasn't going to take the time to edit that when there's other news and I'm a one-man team. So you guys see what I'm talking about here, why this is so monumental, because now I don't have to worry, and it comes at a very good time, because guess what's coming out in January? New Super Mario Bros. So now I have no problem buying, or I'll probably get a review copy of New Super Mario Bros. I can play the game normally. I can say my top levels from New Super Mario Bros. I can actually do content with a lot of Nintendo's games, because before you couldn't. Nintendo didn't copyright every single game, but they copyrighted a lot of games, especially Mario stuff. But they did copyright certain Zelda stuff. So it's just so much better for content creators. I see why Nintendo was upset with some of the people. Like, if you're like, I see some people, they do like a complete Let's Play with no commentary. Like, get that crap out of here. Like, I get it, some people do it, that's what they do, but that's, I mean, dude, that's just, or like if you rip Nintendo's trailers straight from them and then you want to make money off of Nintendo's trailers, like, no. Like, no. That's not being a YouTuber. That's not content. Like, taking a trailer, putting none of your own input over it, and then try to make money off of it. That's not, that ain't it, Chief. You know what I'm saying? Or just like a Let's Play, like Let's Play, no commentary. No, that's what is that? That's nothing. That's not content. You know, so I can understand that, which you can't do that, by the way. Nintendo, in these new, even though Nintendo's, you know, they're going more lax with this, you can't do that. You can't just take those things and put it up and say, give me money. I mean, you can try, but you'll probably fail. So I like what they're doing here. This is Nintendo's finally understanding that they're getting it from YouTubers, and this was just, it's a large victory. It's a very good thing that this is happening. So I'm happy about it, you know, because it gets you guys more content here. So So yeah, let's see here. Let me get into what you guys think about this. If you want to comment on what we talked about before with Smash sales, or sorry, with Switch sales, you can talk about that. Tag me at Player Essence. If you want to talk about the new content creators program, you can tag me at Player Essence. I'll be taking thoughts on either one of those. So let it rip, guys, in the comment section. Hashtag Player Essence or at Player Essence if you want to get my attention. Let's see here. Chips and Sticks says, Player Essence, do you think they changed their stance on it because of all the leaks that kept coming out and being put on YouTube? No, that's not the reason why they did that. The reason why they changed their stance on that is because they're starting to realize that YouTubers are far more beneficial than not having them around. They looked at all the content and coverage that Nintendo was getting. Obviously, that's a thing. Like, look at all this that we're getting. And that's without and people have complained about it. So it's just something that I think that they are planning on doing. But Nintendo works slowly, as like when it comes to money like that, and when it comes to their IP, they work very slowly. So this is something that came from Nintendo of Japan. This is not something that came from Nintendo of America. This came from Nintendo of Japan, and they passed down the orders like, hey, this is what's going to happen, because Nintendo of Japan would also claim a lot of stuff as well. So this was something that was a worldwide type of thing. Like because like in Japan, there's like a Nico partners. They have YouTubers in Japan too that were like, they're bummed out that they get their content claimed too. So this isn't something that was about leaks or about stuff like that. That has literally nothing to do with it. I don't know why people. I think that a couple people have brought that up. It has nothing to do with it. It's just Nintendo moves slow, and it was something that was the benefit. Like, they're looking at the landscape and like what they need to do, and that was one of the things that they needed to do. It's the same reason why like it's like laxing like the whole censorship stuff. Nintendo used to censor way more, and now they're just letting developers, like before they used to not let people have like like sexual themes in their games. Now I'm like, you can have those. Like, they're being a lot more lax on certain things that they were, whereas Sony's getting kind of crazy when it comes to that, and Nintendo's leaving third-party games to be uncensored. So it's just about like finally accepting what they need to do, that's going to help them from a PR standpoint, but then also from just a regular creative development standpoint. And when it comes to this now, like, think about it. Like, I heard like, Darkside Phil, he's like, oh, well, I'm going to start covering Nintendo games again. It's like, well, Darkside Phil, he's not the biggest content creator, but that's still more publicity. Angry Joe is like, oh, this is good. I'm going to start doing more. Like, this is going to get bigger creators. We got Ninja talk about, he's got something on Smash. You know what I'm saying? Although Smash was never really copyrighted in the first place, but still, it's like, he's safe to do. So is Ninja going to do more content when it comes to Nintendo stuff? Like, so it's just a good thing, because Nintendo realizes influencers like YouTubers and all guys like that, some of them are bigger than actual publications. Some of them have more reach and can affect sales more than actual big publications like a Kotaku or like an IGN. Some YouTubers have that type of power. So yeah. Let's see here. El Trooper Copper says, I think part of Nintendo's plan is to create a much more open environment and for new and up and coming Smash Ultimate channels. The thing about it though is that Chuba, and that's part of it, but the thing about it is that Nintendo never claimed Smash Brothers even dating back to Wii U. So the only thing that they claimed with Smash Brothers, the only thing that they claimed was Mario Kart music. That was the only thing that they claimed was music from Mario Kart. So if you turned off music from Mario Kart, or if you put your own soundtrack in there, you'd be fine. They didn't claim anything else with Smash Brothers outside of the Mario Kart music. Everything else was gravy. So that could be part of it, but I mean, for more clarity, right? So there's not any like, okay, well, can I cover Smash Brothers? Can I not cover it? But Nintendo's always been good with Smash Brothers, but I think that's part of it. That's part of it. So yeah. Nick Patrick says, "Persons, have you used the wireless Power A GameCube controller? Feels very nice." No, I haven't used it. There's no need for me to use the wireless Power A GameCube controller. I already have wireless controllers, and if I want a wireless, and why would I? If I'm going to use a GameCube controller, I'm going to use a wired GameCube controller, because that means I'm using it for Smash, and that means I don't want any type of interference or have to deal with batteries or have to deal with rechargeable battery or whatever. I want it to be plugged in, ready to go whenever I'm playing. So no, I'm not going to use a wireless. But I know for everybody else that's different, right? But no, I haven't used it, and I'm not going to use it. Let's see here. Can't wait to watch your Fire Emblem 3 Houses playthrough. Yeah, one thing about Fire Emblem is that Fire Emblem has been, it teeters back and forth. Fire Emblem, you can upload Fire Emblem gameplay, like all the old Fire Emblems, no problem. But starting from Awakening and Fates, certain cutscenes are copyrighted. So I didn't have a 3DS capture card anyway, but there are cutscenes, certain cutscenes, not all cutscenes, but certain cutscenes from Fire Emblem that are copyrighted. One in particular is the Lucina cutscene, when Chrom first finds out that Lucina is her, is her daughter from the future. When Crom finds out that Lucina is her daughter from the future, that scene in particular is copyrighted. And it messed up one of my videos a while ago, dude. Because it wasn't copyrighted right away. It took Nintendo a couple hours to copyright that, and the video was already live. So I spent literally 10 hours editing. Was it 10 hours? No, I forgot what video it was, but it was an older video that I did, it was some type of the Path of Fire Emblem or something like that. I took a long time editing it. It wasn't 10 hours, my bad. But I spent a lot of hours editing the video, and that got copyrighted. When I showed that one, all I showed was the clip of Lucina and her eye, like when her eye, and it shows like the little emblem that all the bloodline has for that, so that's all I showed, and I got copyrighted, and it pissed me off. Anyway, so yeah, so looks like we'll be good with Fire Emblem Three Houses. Full Let's Play of Fire Emblem 3. That game for sure, full Let's Play of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I need to stop promising you guys 100% playthroughs, because then I don't get to them because it gets so busy. But that will be a game that I play a lot. You guys won't see every single thing, because I'm not a Let's Play channel. Let's just face it. I'm not a Let's Play channel. You guys don't want a bunch. You guys don't want a bunch of spam of like Let's Plays of games. But we're gonna play Fire Emblem quite a bit though. Probably on the Twitch channel too. Let's see here. My mom gave me Fighters for my Fighters for my birthday, which was yesterday. S. Yargo, I heard that Fighters got jacked up by a patch. I heard a patch absolutely jacked up the meta for Fighters, and people are pissed. Professional gamer Leffen for TSM, Team Solo Mid. He plays professionally Dragon Ball Fighters and Super Smash Bros. Melee, and he's talking about dropping Fighters for Smash Ultimate, because, well, he's gonna play Smash Ultimate, but he's seriously thinking about getting into Smash Ultimate because Fighters, the patch jacked up the gameplay so much. So I mean, you probably won't know because obviously you just got the game, but that's what I heard from the competitive players out there. Also, Eduardo Hook, who is a professional Dragon Ball Fighters player for Team NRG, or you guys know Nairo, right? Nairo, the same team as him. Shaq owns the team. Shaquille O'Neal, the basketball player, he was complaining about the patch as well. I was watching his stream, and his name is Hook Gang God. That's his stream name. He was complaining that the Dragon Ball Fighters patch jacked up the game too. So I don't know. It's not looking too rosy right now for Dragon Ball Fighters. Let's see here. Zachary Green, yeah, if you want to join the Warframe clan, you just got to be a tier 2 or up on Patreon, or one of the you can join up on here. I'm going to be one of the Elite Ninja on here, and that can get you in my clan. And it gets you on my friends list and gets you into our tournaments, PE Ultimate. If you go through YouTube, you get emotes. If you go through Patreon, you don't get emotes, but you get all the other benefits of tournaments, exclusive prizes, rewards, all that good stuff. So yeah. Dank Meme Center says this is the young guard at work for this new plan on a creators program. Hopefully they can work the Nintendo Switch voice chat and other qualities of life features. Yeah, that'd be great, man. That'd be great if they actually just make it competent. That'd be great. Second channel. I don't want to make a second channel, guys. I really don't want to make a Let's Play channel. There's already too many Let's Play channels, and I'd rather spend that time not Let's Playing it. I'd rather spend that time just live streaming for you guys instead, because what I can do is I can just live stream the game, and I can just leave the game unlisted. So I don't have to put the game up so you guys all get a notification. Like it's like flooding your inboxes with Let's Plays. Like I can just live stream the game a lot and get the benefits of live streaming instead of making a whole second channel to do Let's Plays and edit them. I don't want to take the time to do that. I've thought about it, but I really don't want to take the time to do that. I'd rather just live stream for you guys on this channel here, or live stream on my Twitch. I'd rather build up my Twitch or just live stream on this channel instead than make a second channel of Player Essence Plays, like, you know. So yeah. Plus, how much? He said, "Wow, really that bad?" Yeah, that bad. Ernest says, "How much sale number for Switch will do when Super Smash Bros. Release?" Well, I don't know. I can't give you an exact sale number for the week that it launched. I have no idea, dude. That's really tough to say. I don't know. I don't know if you're talking about the Switch itself, the system sales, or are you talking about the game itself? I mean, I'm not sure. If you can clarify, that'd be great. Michael says, why do you think so many Nintendo games have such a high attachment rate? Odyssey has already outsold Mario 64 and is closing in on Galaxy. Breath of the Wild is the highest selling Zelda game. Yeah, that's a good question, Michael. I think well, one, they're good games. You know, first of all, they're good games. But two, because once again, like me and Chuba and the Icarus who donated earlier was talking about, it's the passion of Nintendo fans. That's the reason why Nintendo fans love first-party games more than any other first-party developer. Like any other fans of the other companies love those first-party games. Love first-party. Nintendo has the most passionate first-party fans ever in the history. Well, maybe not ever. Like not like Apple. Apple fans are insane. So let's just say in the gaming industry, Nintendo has the most passionate, most loyal to the games, like the good games. Microsoft and Sony, like Sony, they just got a bunch of people who buy the systems. They're not really they're not as passionate to first-party games, because if they were anywhere near as passionate as Nintendo fans when it comes to first-party, high-quality games, God of War would have sold 30 million at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because the PS4 is at 80+ million. So you got 80-something million PS4s out there. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us bought God of War, and a lot of you guys have told me, well, I'm not the hugest Sony fan. I'm just like, you know, that's my secondary console or whatever, or I like it, but it's not. So you got a lot of people who are buying God of War that aren't even the hardcore Sony fans, and we're contributing to the sales. If the real passionate, hardcore Sony fans actually bought all of Sony's first-party games, you know what I'm saying, then God of War would have sold 30 million. Horizon Zero Dawn would have sold 30 million. You know, it would have sold that or more, 50 million. Why not 40 million? The PS4 is at 90 million, or going on 90 million. There should be no reason why God of War can't sell 20 million, even in this time span, if you're looking at it compared to Nintendo, right? Because Odyssey, 10 million already, you know? So that's the difference. And Microsoft fans, I don't even know what they do. But, you know, what we hear from from people who play, oh, well, I play lots of different games. Well, no, that's not necessarily it per se. It's like there's a lot of casuals. There's a lot of people that aren't passionate, and like they probably don't even know what God of War is or don't even care. They buy a PS4, they buy NBA 2K, or they buy FIFA, and that's what they use it for. It's a FIFA Call of Duty box. It's a FIFA Call of Duty and the occasional other game maybe here, or Red Dead Redemption 2. It's a FIFA Call of Duty box, and then, oh, I'll get Red Dead, you know, every now and then. So that's the difference, you know. Otherwise, like I said, we'd see huge sales numbers. Like we see all the different games. It's like it's always third-party games that sell the most on these platforms, you know. So yeah. Yeah, God of War sold 3 million like in its first 3 weeks, but that's not that great in comparison. Like we're not talking about, here's the thing. In the grand scheme of things, God of War sales were amazing. And I don't think you're saying that I said it was bad or anything like that. God of War sales were great. But I'm talking about from install base to actual unit sales. PS4, even back when God of War came out, was like at what? 70-something million? But God of War isn't outselling Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. God of War isn't outselling Super Mario Odyssey. God of War, from what I understand, it still hasn't even outsold Splatoon 2. You know? Or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And these are games on a much smaller install base. So that's what I'm saying. There's not as many passionate, hardcore, first-party game fans on Sony platforms. Because if there were, then God of War would have sold 10 million in 1 month. Like Super Mario Odyssey did or whatever. Or it sold like in a couple months or whatever it was, you know? It would have done that no problem. Like, that's the difference. Or Detroit Become Human would have sold 7 million, you know? Look at the install base, then look at how many people are actually buying the game. So that's what I'm trying to say, is that there's not as many hardcore, passionate fans for their first-party content. There's a lot of fans that buy the system. Obviously, PS4 sells great, but there's not as many hardcore first-party game fans on those systems. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, you don't mind if people change the meta. Okay, cool, SCRGO. Nothing says, is Nintendo of Japan really stingy as hell, as they aren't being more open to more ideas sometimes? What does that mean, Nothing? I don't know. In what regards are you talking about? Chips and Sticks says it sold 3.1 million in the first 3 days. It should have sold 8.1 million in the first 3 days. The system's at 80. The system's at 80 something million. It should have sold 8 million in the first 3 days. It was at 70 something million. Even back in, it should have sold more. There's a reason why Sony's changing so much, guys. You guys, people are wondering, well, why is Sony changing? Why is Sony censoring things? Why is Sony making all these different adjustments? They're changing because they're not happy with their attach ratios with their games. They're not happy with what's been going on. Look, and I know a lot of you guys are thinking, what? You're not happy with 80 million or 90 million? No, Sony's not happy with 90 million units sold. The PS2 sold 160 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't think Sony's completely happy with the results this generation. No, I can't sit here. One, the Vita was a failure. But two, the PS4 was by far, you know, the industry leader. The PS4, with all the games that it's gotten, first party and third party wise, why isn't the sales? They're probably thinking we should have sales at 130 million at this point. You know, it's the end of the generation. They're thinking of ways that they're a capitalistic company, guys. They're thinking about ways that I don't think that they think that their numbers are, oh my gosh, amazing. Otherwise, they wouldn't be making all the changes that they're making, the censorship stuff, trying to appeal to a wider base. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to appeal to more people. They want more kids buying their systems. They want more evergreen titles. They don't want their games to be $17 after a couple months. Look at Shadow of the Colossus, complete remake. Game was like 20 bucks like after a month. They don't want their games dropping in value. They don't want, you know, the image. They want their image to be cleaned up. They want certain things. You guys don't understand this. Maybe next generation, when you guys see it, you guys will understand. But yes, 3.1 million is great. I know that the game developers are happy with that, but I know Sony's thinking, well, wait a minute. Okay, how come Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, we have a game that we think that is as good? Whether God of War is as good as Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is neither here or there. If you're in Sony's building, they're like, we have 80 million units sold. Why isn't God of War selling 20 million? Think about that. Maybe God of War is at what, 8 million right now? Or maybe even it's at 10 million, whatever. But they're thinking, well, wait a minute, we have 80 million. Why is there only 10 million people buying this game that took us 5 years to make? No, there's a problem. Because this game cost a lot. There's a problem. We want to make way more than what we're making. And then they see games like Red Dead Redemption sell way more on their system. They see games like FIFA sell way much on their, wait a minute, why can't we outsell FIFA on our own platform? Why is Horizon Zero Dawn? Why do we have to sell that game, the complete edition, for 10 bucks after it's been a year and some odd months? Zelda and Horizon Zero Dawn came out at the same time. How much does Zelda cost? What is this on Amazon? Amazon right now, you can buy Zelda Breath of the Wild is it's they don't even have the game anymore. They don't even have it normally. But anyway, it's still 50. It's still near the top price. They don't even have it anymore. They don't have any more copies. That looks like they sold out of the copies that they did have. But it's 50 bucks. The last time I saw it, it was 50 something bucks, 60 bucks. Horizon Zero Dawn was 10 bucks for the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? It's $17 on Amazon Prime right now. You can get the complete edition for $39, but if you did it during Black Friday, it was $9 for the whole thing. So Sony's looking at their whole portfolio. One, they want to get games out faster. Their games take too long. That's the reason why they're changing too. Their games take too long, and two, they want to know why their games drop in value so much, even though these are the highest of quality games. When it comes to Metacritic, when it comes to what people are saying, they don't want their games to be $17 after a year. They don't want their games to be $17 on Black Friday when it launches in the same year. They don't want that. Nobody wants that. Nobody at Sony wants that. And they're wondering, why are we selling so many systems, but we're not making that revenue on first party? Sony could be making 10 times more revenue that they make if they sold their first party games like Nintendo sells their first party games when it comes to actual sales. What if Sony doesn't have first party games in the 10 million, as many first party games in the 10 million unit seller? I don't know if they have any first party games that have sold 10 million units. Have they? Do they? Can anybody name any first party Sony games for the PS4 that have sold 10 million units? I don't know. I think there probably is one, but I can't think of anything. Maybe the Last of Us Remastered? Maybe that game? I don't know if it sold 10 million on the PS4 alone, but that's the one game that I can think of maybe that sold 10 million is The Last of Us Remastered. But the problem with The Last of Us Remastered is that the game was like $5 at one point. And even like a couple months after it launched, it got discounted down to like $40. Then it was like $20. Then it was like $10. So that was the problem there. Uncharted 4. Okay, Uncharted. So that's it. Maybe The Last of Us, Uncharted. So I'm not saying it to knock Sony. I'm telling you guys how these greedy, which you need to be when you're a corporate company like Sony. I'm telling you, and Nintendo, all these, Microsoft, they're all greedy. They all want to be as greedy as possible. This is capitalism, right? So it's not a knock on them. They're wondering why they're selling so many systems and their games aren't selling 20, 30 million. Because if you look at the God of War should sell 20 million, but it's not going to sell 20 million. God of War is not going to sell 20 million, but it should. If you look at the ratings, they're looking at Zelda, they're like, well, wait a minute. What's going on here? They're looking at, wait a minute. They're looking at Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and like, wait a minute, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? You know? So that's what I'm talking about here. But yeah, and the thing about it though, guys, is that Uncharted sold 10 million plus, but it had a huge discount. It wasn't like they sold all those at that price. They had a huge discount after launch. So a lot of those copies were sold after discounted. Let's just, just also putting that out there too. I think somebody in the chat said that. Yes, Uncharted 4 did have a massive discount after a couple months. It did. I think it went down to $35 at one point. $40 to $35. So there was a big thing. So I'm just letting you guys know from their point of view. They're not thinking, oh well, we did pretty good with God of War selling 3.3 in 3 days. Yeah, dude, there's freaking 70, 80 million systems on the market. Should have sold 10 million in 3 days. Like it should be blowing Nintendo Switch games out of the water. Why is it not blowing Nintendo Switch games out of the water in sales? That's what Sony's thinking. That's what Sony's saying. Well, wait a minute. These games cost more. We all know that Sony spends more money on first-party development when it comes to individually. I think God of War probably costs way more than any Nintendo Switch game to make, yet they're not selling as much and the value decreases faster. That's the problem that Sony's facing. Takes too long, value decreases fast, and they have a bigger install base and it's not selling as much. They want to solve those three problems. They want their games to sell 10 million in a couple months. They want their games to be $60 after months and months and months or a year on the market. They need to figure that out. And I think that's what they're trying to do, which is good. That's good for them, at least, as a business. Now, when it comes to consumers, obviously it depends on how you see the market, what's good or not, Personally for me, I don't really care. If I want something from Sony, I usually buy it day one if I want the game. But after this generation, I'm never buying another game day one unless it's something that I absolutely want day one, like a Resident Evil remake, or something like that. I'm not buying any PS4, Xbox One games or Sony and Microsoft games day one unless it's something like Resident Evil Remake 2, something like that, something that good. So Amazon is selling Breath of the Wild new copies for $60. Yeah, but nothing directly from them, nothing with Amazon Prime. It was like other retailers and sellers. So yeah. Yeah, Wii U was sold at a loss, but that was the Wii U. Wii U's done. Wii U's dead. It's not here or there. Lex Graham says, for instance, Nintendo attempts to make timeless games. Their games hold their value, and Nintendo is notorious for not selling their systems at a loss. That's true. But like Joseph said, the Wii U was sold at a loss. But I think what Lex Graham was trying to say was that usually the Wii U is the odd man out. That is the weird system out of all of them. Most of the time, Nintendo sells it not at a loss. So yeah. I have two Wii U's, man. But no, like I said, this wasn't a knock on Sony. I think Sony's gearing up. They're gearing up to try to figure out what they're going to do. What they're going to do with that. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do because they need to make games that come out faster. That's the biggest problem with Sony to me is like they show the same games over and over. Like Horizon Zero Dawn was like at 3 E3s, like 2014, 2015, 2016, then it launched in 2017. Like Spider-Man 3 E3s. Like they just show the games way too long. That's the biggest problem that I have. Yo, what's up, PhD Place? What is up? Renze says, if Sony doesn't have backwards compatibility on the PS5, they'll be losing a lot of money, in my opinion. How so? Like in terms of sales, like people buying the system? Let's see, everything we're blaming Nintendo for the lack of is what we're blaming Sony now for. Well, what do you mean by that, Boss Chop? What do you mean by that? Freaking Days Gone was at 4E. Exactly, Days Gone. It's like 4 E3s, dude. Like this, it's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. The PS4 doesn't have backwards compatibility, and it seems to be doing just fine. Yeah, that's true. PhD Plays has a very good point. You know, PS4 doesn't have backwards compatibility, but I guess that was because of the cell. You know, and putting that in there would make the system too expensive to do emulation like that with PS3. But with PS4, it looks like they're going to use the same x86 architecture and everything. So if everything's lined up the same, that's going to be a problem because I'm pretty sure that the next Xbox is going to have backwards compatibility. So think about this for a second, guys. If PS5 comes out and you can't play your PS4 games, but the next Xbox comes out, and let's just say Nintendo releases some type of pro model or new model of the Switch, all of those are backwards compatible. Xbox, the next Xbox, that's going to be able to play Xbox One games. It's not even, it's going to be able to play Xbox One games. That's going to look really bad on Sony because the problem is that there's going to be a lot of cross-gen games and there's going to be a lot of games that people want to pick up and play. And I think that having no backwards compatibility wasn't as big of a deal in this generation per se because of the type of changes to their architecture. But the problem with next generation is that the architecture is going to be the same. They're going to use x86. They're going to use the same type of architecture. So there should be no reason why the games don't play on those systems. That's the thing. There was an excuse last generation, but this generation, I don't think there should be. You know, I don't think there should be, or this upcoming generation, there shouldn't be an excuse. If it's all x86, there should be no excuse, you know. So, it said Hunter 64 says exactly, Xbox has been doing backwards compatibility and people love it. Well, that's true, but it's not helping the sales up. To PhD's point, it's not helping the sales as much. But I still think that it's cool. Like, it's still cool. But, I mean, like right now, Microsoft is in, well, not right now, but, I mean, I guess this 8th generation, it's hard to say what was what. But, I mean, I think that with Microsoft with backwards compatibility, it's definitely a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. So I like it. I was playing Symphony of the Night on my Xbox One, which is good. Yeah, I'm gonna be on tomorrow's Spawncast. Yeah. Let's see here. Microsoft has 3 different versions of the same console, so it's not helping. Well, Sony has multiple versions too. I mean, Sony's done multiple versions of the same console as well. I mean, look at the PS3. You know, like PS3, you had the regular you had the 20 gigabyte PS3, you had the 80 gigabyte fat PS3, you had the PS3 Slim, and you had the super slim top loader PS3. So there was multiple ones of that. PS4, PS4 Pro. I mean, all companies are doing multiple versions of these systems. I mean, that's just something that we've seen before. It's nothing different. But I guess Microsoft does have one more than Sony this generation. So there's that. You know, Esiago, you know what the problem is? The biggest problem, I don't see them staying behind when it comes to actual, like, the system. The system itself is great, Xbox. The problem is that Microsoft doesn't have a lot of clout with gamers, like when it comes to like the first party games. That's just what they're missing. They're really just missing that. If they can get some clout back with their new studios that they acquired, if those studios can make great games, then Microsoft could make a comeback. But the only another problem is that it's Japan. Microsoft has zero negative clout in Japan. So you're not going to get any sales. So it's going to be tough for them to, like, when it comes to business-wise, it's going to be tough to outsell. That's not how I determine who wins or loses or whatever the case. At the end of the day, I don't care. All I care about personally is I just want to see Japanese developers put more games on the Switch. And I just want to see great games on the Switch, plain and simple. And you need sales for that. So whatever. But I mean, like, they don't have, like, they're not going to be able to get any sales in Japan. And, you know, so there's that. So. Let's see. Hey OJ, what do you think happened to Retro Studios? Why do you have so many question marks? You only need one. Do you think that they had development issues, or they're working on a ginormous game that takes long to make? Retro Studios always takes forever to make their games, so it's nothing different from what Retro Studios has always done. It took them a long time to make a game, and I remember they revealed Donkey Kong. You know, it took them how many years from Donkey Kong Country Returns to Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze was 4 years. You know. So there you go. There you go. So I mean, that's just what it is with them. They haven't made many games in this generation. In the past 2 generations, they haven't made many games. But no, I think that they're just working. They're just waiting for the right opportunity and time to show it off. But no, they're fine. They're fine. Microsoft has negatives. Negative clout, dude. Negative clout. Step it up and show us Metroid gameplay. PhD plays. Retro Studios isn't making Metroid. Just to let you know, that's not. They're not making Metroid. So just keep that in mind. They're not making Metroid. Bandai Namco and Nintendo, probably like part of Nintendo's EAD, is making the next Metroid game. Sony has the most arrogant fans in the world, and now they'll finally shut up. Sony has arrogant fans, definitely. But then again, if you talk to Sony dudes, Nintendo fans are crazy, and they're, you know, and they're horrible, and they're apologists, and they're all this and that. So it depends on who you talk to, right? You talk to one person and their experience. One person's experience is going to be completely different from other people's experience. You know, so some people might be thinking Sony has the best fans. You know, some people might think Microsoft has the best fans. People, oh no, Microsoft fans are the worst. It just depends on people's experience. I mean, at the end of the day, I think that there's bad fans and there's horrible fans in all factors, in all, you know, all parts of Microsoft, Sony, Apple, Samsung. All the companies have horrible fans that are bad people or whatever the case is, you know. But it's just like, it's like whatever, dude. Just ignore it. I like to ignore like a lot of the stupid, like crazy fans out there. And then like when people say stuff about me, I like to offer them systems. I'm like, hey man, I'll offer you. How about I offer you a PS4? Like, oh, you're a fanboy. You said this, this, and this, and this. I'm like, how about I offer you a PS4 Pro, one of your favorite systems, or an Xbox One X, any system you want. Come and talk to me why I'm so horrible and why I'm such a horrible fan and I'm fanboy and all this stuff. And then they just like, where's that Homer Simpson gif? That Homer Simpson. We got that. I don't feel so good, dude. Oh my gosh. we gotta play it at least once. We gotta play it at least once here. And then they just turned it to this right here, dude. They just turned it into one of these. Just turn it to just one of those, dude. Go. I got one of those. It's like the funniest one that I heard when I was over at shoutouts to Nintendo Prime, because Nintendo Prime's community. First of all, Nintendo Prime, he's the homie. But Nintendo Prime's community absolutely loves me there. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know that Nintendo Prime's community loves me. So when I was over on Nintendo Prime's channel, some of them thought that they're going to take that. This is their shot, you know, because they're too scared to come here or they've already been banned. But this is their shot. They're going to let OJ have it. They're gonna let OJ have it. I'm gonna show you. So I'm over here in Nintendo Prime's chat. I'm just, you know, I'm just chilling, watching him and Super Metal Dave talk about Dark Souls or whatever, what they're complaining about when it comes to Dark Souls. So I'm sitting there talking. So I'm like, "What's up, chat?" So then and then two of the guys start saying, "Oh, well, they start arguing with me. Oh, you're a fraud, fanboy. You blah blah blah, all this stuff." I was like, "Look, man. I'm like, look, I love all you guys." I kept on saying that. I kept on saying that to them. I'm like, "I love all you guys. How about this? How about this? You guys really have a problem with me? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you guys have a problem with me. All you have to do." Just come on my channel. All these complaints, let's talk about it like men. Let's talk about it like men. And if you come and you prove what you gotta say, I got you a PS4 Pro, Xbox One S, or Nintendo Switch. Take your pick. All you gotta do is be truthful and prove what you say. That's all you gotta do. You don't even gotta win the debate. Or it wasn't even, I didn't even say debate because that's gonna scare them off. I just said, just come over here and talk to me about it. If you have a problem with me so much, because they seem angry and mad. I was like, come talk to me as a man, you know? Come talk to me as a man. And one of the guys said? He says, "Well, I already have those systems, so I'm good." This man, as if you can't take another for simply just telling the truth, and what you're saying against somebody, as if you can't sell the system, as if you can't give the system to somebody else, as if you can't have another system in the house. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, they were salty. So basically, those are the type of people that do the Homer Simpsons. You know what I'm saying? One guy straight up did the Homer Simpsons because one of the guys, he was one of the guys. It was a while back, but some of you guys know they were trying to say that like I steal John's thumbnails, like the I steal poses. One guy said it was plagiarism. One guy, and I think it was the same guy. He was like, "Oh well, you ban people whenever you get beat in arguments over the internet or debates over the internet. You ban them, and you don't want to talk to them." I was like, "Okay, I think I know who this is. I know the guy who did this." I was like, "Look, bro, all you got to do is come prove that a pose is plagiarism. I mean, like, all you got to do is come prove that a pose and that somebody owns a pose, even though I've done the pose before," in which I showed him. I'm like, "I've done these poses before. Guys even had channels. I've done it before." But if you want to try to sit here and say that a pose is assigned to ownership of someone or to where you could steal, just come prove it. That's all you got to do. And I got you, man. PS4, Switch, X, whatever you want. Dude, I've never seen somebody disappear so fast. It was like, oh my gosh, it was faster than that was like the Toby one where it goes like that. Yeah. So that was like the Toby one. You know what I'm saying? So that was the Toby gif where he disappears. I can show you guys that. Oh my gosh. So that was that was this one right here. That was this one. That guy just should have did this one right. that was that one right there, dude. That was that. That guy disappeared. He was gone. I was like, bro. I was like, where'd you go? Like, because like, here's the thing. If you want to know if somebody's still around in the chat, all you got to do is type @ and then just type the beginning letter of their name. So like, for example, like PhD, you're still here. So that's all you got to do, right? You just type @ in the chat and then like Ace Tech HD, you're still here. So the name will automatically come up so you know who's here in the chat. I typed in his first name, bro. As soon as I said that, this man vanished. This man vanished into thin air. I was like, yo, seriously, man. And this guy argued with me all day on Twitter. He was just sending tweets. Or not all day. It was like a couple hours at night. I ended up just blocking him. I was like, this guy's an idiot. So like I ended up just blocking him. So I thought it was hilarious. I was like, yo, man, like, come on, you could. And he was so bent on me that he won the argument and that he was like, I banned him for no reason. I'm like, dude, all you gotta do is just come prove what you gotta say. That's all you gotta do, man. That's all you gotta do. You'll be good. Yeah, man, he was shook, dude. He was shook. He said my dude went back under Patrick's rock to hibernate. Yeah, seriously, dude. This man, he's gone. He said, I remember that. Yeah, dude. He pulled Toby himself out of existence, dude. Let's see. He said, I think he said, you are plagiarizing John's hairstyle. Does John rock a flat top, a high top, like fade? Does John rock also the balding, like the slight balding here in the back of the hair and a little bit of balding? Does John also rock that too? I'm not sure if John rocks that. But anyway, man, shout outs to John for Spawn Wave, dude. Oh man, frauds have left the chat pretty much. All right, guys, so it's an hour 47, so let's go ahead and get into random Q&A. I think we had a little bit of fun there with stuff that happens in the chat. But no, shout outs if anybody, because I already know some people might rush back to Nintendo Prime's community and say this or that, or call me. What do they like to call me there? Oh, you're a shell or all this stuff like that. Feel free. Anybody from Nintendo Prime's community that just loves to talk about me, feel free to come join us here. We'd love to hear what you have to say live on the air. We'd love to hear what you have to say. The offer's still on the table for all those people that we're talking. I mean, holidays coming up. Get your little sister a Switch. You know, a lot of you guys you still live at home with your parents, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with living home with your parents. But a lot of you guys still live at home with your parents. You know, and you got a lot of free time, maybe off of school. You could use an extra Switch, right? Give it to your little sister, big brother, you know, give mom, dad, you know. So offer still on the table to all those people. Still on the table. All right. So if you guys have questions, feel free. Go ahead and tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag PlayerEssence. Be more than happy to answer your questions. Ripped. Nah. He didn't say I was copying John's haircut. Nah. What's it called? He was just, whoever said that was just joking. No. He didn't say I was copying John's haircut. He didn't say that. Let me get into the shout outs here. People who subscribed that I didn't get a chance to say. I didn't shout out them. Kevin Gordon with the subscription. Thank you so much, Kevin Gordon. Welcome to the village. Also, Vortex Gaming as well. Shout outs, man. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Elite Ninja Village. Everybody in the chat, please welcome Kevin Gordon and Vortex Gaming to the Ninja Village. Thank you. Who is Nintendo Prime? Nintendo Prime is a great content creator here on YouTube. He's my homie. Make sure you check it out. Mr. P says, you're plagiarizing my glasses. Did I plagiarize your look? Yeah, I remember there was a guy called Mark XV. This guy was a troll, dude. This guy was like a super troll. He used to always say, hey man, those are some clown goggles. Like, why are you wearing those clown goggles? He used to always come and I used to talk back to him. But then I remember, dude, I've banned this dude for like over a year. Then all of a sudden I'm on Twitch the other day. This dude comes back from the dead. Was like, hey man, clown goggles. I'm like, dude, there are some people, there are some losers. And it was late at night too. This man could be doing anything. And this man shows up in my Twitch because I didn't ban him from there. This man still followed me from Twitch all those years and saw that I was live and took the freaking time. He got a notification because there's no way in heck he saw my post. Saw the notification and took the time to go there from where he was. Yo, we got some insane freaking trolls. Like insane. I had to ban him there too. Yeah, clown goggles. They're not even, first of all, they're not even goggles. They're not even goggles. They're glasses. So first of all, they're not even goggles, and they're not clown. They're very stylish. I like them. They're very stylish, and I like the way that they look. So, and they protect my eyes. So my eyes are healthy. So I like it. Obito goggles. Oh my gosh. He was definitely obsessed. He's definitely obsessed. We've got people. Look, here's the thing, guys. We've got people that will be obsessed. Whenever you achieve any type of level of success, there's gonna be people that are obsessed. I mean, there's some crazy people that I've banned here, but then come on John's, chat when we do like the Spawncast. We had some crazy people. We have like people that are just angry with me at times. Like we had that guy, like, you guys remember like D-Dub, dude? Like, he's always like coming here, like just being really, like lately just being really, really toxic towards me for, I don't know what reason it was, but just really douchey towards me before I banned him. It was like, dude, like, are you okay, man? Like, calm down. Like, why are you such a jerk? Like, what did I do? Like just slide comments every now and then, and just like stuff, just like, I don't know, it just didn't jive with the community here, man. So he's gotta, you're done. Gotta hit him with the, you're done. But yeah, just kind of just like douchey for no reason. Like, I don't know what I said or what I did to get these people so upset or like so angry or just seem pissed off when they get here. I don't know, man. So yeah. Not really sure what's going on, man. If you guys have questions, let me know. D-Dub with the negative vibes. Yeah, man. Yeah, oh, of course, I know D-Dub was talking trash at the latest Spawncast when I wasn't there. Oh, heck yeah, I know. Because he was still mad after he got banned, so of course he's going to sit there and talk trash. So, yeah, I know. But, I mean, let him talk. That's all he can do. Let him talk. Oh, Brett Cummings. Yeah, I remember. That guy was insane, dude. Shout outs to Gray Falcon with the subscription. Thank you so much, Gray Falcon. Welcome to the village, homie. Welcome. Let him talk. I'm not even gonna look at the chat anymore when I go to the Spawncast. Like, there's too many people. There's too much salt from some people. Probably a lot of people that got banned from here, so they get mad, they go over there. So I'm not even gonna worry about it. Who cares? Out of Date Gamer Dorkman says, persons, what could you see at the VGA that would surprise you or impress you? Metroid Prime 4 and Metroid Prime Trilogy HD. That could surprise me. We'll see. Brett, no Avatar Cummings. Yeah, man. Let's see here. PhD places. Player says, what do you think about Banjo-Kazooie getting a third game? Please don't say Ukulele. Ukulele. No, I'm joking. Yeah, that'd be cool, but it'd be about who develops the game. You know what I'm saying? Could they do a good job? Because you know the Rare, which was the old Rare that made Ukulele, you guys, a lot of people didn't like that. So I mean, like, could the Rare that works at Bandai Namco, could that Rare make a good Banjo-Kazooie? I don't know, man. I don't know. D-Dub wanted the attention you give to Dank Meme. Yeah, he did. I think maybe he did. Maybe he did. I'm not really sure. I don't really care though. I don't really care about him anymore. What's my favorite third-party game and studio? My favorite third-party game is... What's my favorite third-party game, guys? Does anybody know what my favorite third-party game is? I forget these things when it gets late at night. I don't remember things. Does anybody know what my favorite third-party game is? Warframe? That's my favorite Western game. Fire Emblem, that's not third-party. Wolfenstein 2? Bayo? Bayo's almost like first-party at this point. But, yeah, probably like Bayo, like Bayonetta 2. Bayonetta. My favorite studio is probably like Atlas. Like Persona 5 is one of my favorite third-party games. So like Atlas is really good. Bayonetta, Persona, Shin Megami Tensei. Those are like my favorite third-party games. Sega's good, but you know, sometimes Sega gets like acts all Sega-y. So yeah, I'd say like Atlas. Probably like my favorite third-party studio would probably be like Atlas. Resident Evil. I like Resident Evil. I do like Resident Evil. I mean, if you're talking like what generation are we talking about here in terms of like favorite third party like game? Are we talking like this generation? Like, I don't know, like, are you talking like Switch? I don't know. You need to be more specific with your question. Fire Emblem's first party. Out of that gamer Dorkman says, have you heard any news on the new Shin Megami Tensei game? The latest news is whatever I got up on the channel, so no, there hasn't been anything new, so nothing new on that front. GTA 4. Clint Man says, what game disappointed you the most in 2018? I think the thing that I was disappointed the most in 2018 is that Kratos can't jump. I think that's the thing that made me the most disappointed. Not saying that God of War was the most disappointing, but the fact that Kratos can't jump was disappointing. That by itself was disappointing. In terms of like most disappointing, like game itself, Wolfenstein 2 was pretty. I don't know. That just wasn't. It was just that. I mean, it wasn't a bad game, but it was just I just wasn't feeling it. But yeah, that's about it. I don't think there's. I didn't play a lot of games that I didn't like. Was Andromeda? That was last year. Mass Effect Andromeda. Wasn't that 2017? Mass Effect Andromeda. So I think you said this year, right? 2018. So Mass Effect Andromeda. That was last year. He jumps in cutscenes. Yeah, he does jump in cutscenes. Let's see here. He jumps. When does he jump? In cutscenes. I know cutscenes. He jumps. Kratos liking the jump button jutsu was definitely disappointing. Yeah, man. Also, shout outs to Roblox Boy with the Twitch follow. Thank you so much, Roblox Boy. Welcome to the Fire Nation, homie. Appreciate that. How do you capture your footage from Nintendo Directs? It's a very simple process, and I'll show you guys exactly how I do it. So, let's say Nintendo's doing a Nintendo Direct, like a Smash Brothers Direct, right? So here's a Smash Brothers Direct. All I simply do is set up the same thing that you guys are seeing right here through Streamlabs OBS. I do the same thing, and all I do is put a source for what you guys can see the display, and then I just put my camera right there. So I capture it directly from my PC using Streamlabs OBS on a dual monitor setup. It's actually super easy. And then I just hit this button, and all of a sudden I'm into Nintendo Direct or any type of live reaction, right? Capturing live reaction or anything like that. It's very simple. It's just a simple overlay with my camera in the top corner right there. And then that's that. And that's how I capture the Nintendo Directs. It's the fastest and simplest way to do it. Camera over there, quick and easy. You guys are fine with it. So that's how I do it. And then whenever I want to go right back, I can go back to what I want to go back here. S. Yargo says, do you like Advance Wars as much as you like Fire Emblem? No, I don't. Personally, I prefer Advance Wars. No, I'm not a guns and shooting. And I know Advance Wars isn't like just. It's not like a traditional, but I rather use swordmen and like magic and that type of things than like air assaults and weapons and missiles and tanks and all that. No. I'm big on like swords and weapons and magic over like tanks and stuff like that. So no. Let's see. Rufu says, is all the music fair game for live streams now? No, all music is not fair game for live streams. If you're talking about all music in general, no. Music is not covered under all of this, just by the way, guys. However, music played during video games should be covered, but music's just like ripped from the CD or whatever it is, like whatever, I don't think that's covered. And not only that, but beware, guys, because there are there are fraudulent companies spawning up that are claiming Nintendo Music. Now that Nintendo's kind of dropping this thing, there are companies out here that are claiming Nintendo Music. I got a copyright claim on my last PE Live that just went down because I played Fire Emblem Fates, the Azura's theme, Lost in Thoughts All Alone. That is Nintendo's music. And there are people that are there are multiple copyright claims from these companies that I have no idea, trying to claim that they own Nintendo's music with Lost in Thoughts All Alone or like Intelligent Systems. That's BS. So be mindful of that. Make sure you for my content creators in here that are partnered, make sure you challenge that garbage, because yeah, there are going to be people that take advantage of this. By the way, guys, there are going to be people that try to take advantage of this. Yeah, I got a copyright dispute from, let me tell you guys the company's names. Like, what is it? I can show you guys. This is Next Tone Inc. Who the hell is that? Who the hell is Next Tone Inc? Look, got a freaking copyright claim. That's what they're claiming from. That's not your music. That's not your music. That's freaking Nintendo's music. That's not your music. That's Nintendo's music. Freaking frauds. Next Tone Inc. So there's a bunch of frauds that are popping up now that Nintendo's laxing their rules. This is what you got to deal with being a YouTuber, man. You got these fraudulent companies. Screw this company. I disputed it. Screw them, man. They're not getting away with this. And I might go after them. I might go after them after this with my company, man, or with my MCN. This is ridiculous. And it wasn't just them though. It was multiple. It was multiple people. It was multiple people. It wasn't just them though. It was. Let me read. I don't know what they're talking about here. It's a Japanese site, and that was the English version of the music. It wasn't even the Japanese nexttoneco.jp, and there was a bunch of other companies too. No, I don't want to hear this fact, like frequently asked questions. No, I'm sorry. That's Nintendo's music on there. That's not your music. That's Nintendo's music. Sorry. Was any of the companies called Junken Media? Not that I know of. No, not that I know of. MGN Lee says, thank you. All right. What's my favorite childhood game? Super Mario Bros. 3 or Pokemon. Do you know any good capture cards for consoles? Yeah, I do. Elgato HD60S. Nothing says, what's your, hold up. Simon Tees. What's up, Simon? Says, what game would you like to see get announced for the Switch during the VGA's world premiere? How about Metroid Prime 4 and Metroid Prime Trilogy HD? Out-of-date gamer Dorkman says, how much time do you get to play video games when not work related? I mean, I get time, but I mean, I'm not sure. I can't. It varies from week to week, man. Maybe I'll get about maybe 6 or 7 hours a week to play games on my own. I like to save my eye whenever I'm not playing, or whenever I'm not working though. I like to save my eyes, so I don't really play games. I just kind of lie down and just like look at the ceiling fan in my living room and just kind of lost in thought, all alone. That was horrible. But no, sometimes I just think about things. I think about what I'm gonna do next. I wouldn't say meditate, but like deep thought about what I'm doing. Just close my eyes and just think about stuff, just wander off. You know, I don't know. I don't spend too much time playing video games when I'm not working, whether it's like a Let's Play or something like that, or live streaming a game. I don't spend too much time. I just kind of just lie down on my couch and think about things, think about life, think about, I don't know, nothing. Shout outs to Alexis Gamer Supremo with the subscription. Thank you so much, Alexis Gamer Supremo. Appreciate that. Monk Essence. Yeah, such an intellectual. Yeah, seriously. It's good to do that though, guys. If you've never tried it, your brain is always, you know, not to get too philosophical on you guys or anything, but your brain is always moving 100% of the time. You know, like when you're playing games, you're thinking. School, you gotta pay attention. Homework, whatever. You know, talking in the stream, thinking about different things. Sometimes it's good just to don't do anything. Just lie down and just don't do anything. Just not go to sleep, but just think about what's next for you. Think about, you know, good times. Think about when you were happy, or think about times that you're happy, or just think about nothing. Just blank, just zone out. That's what I do. So it gets me ready. I don't know. I think it makes me feel better for like when I do the streams. I'm ready to talk to people. I'm ready to interact and, you know, have that type of communication. So when I'm not doing this, I'm just kind of like, you know, just doing nothing, just looking out into space, or I'll have Twitch on in the background and I'll just be like, just hearing background noise of somebody playing a game, and I'm not really paying attention, but I'm just hearing them play. And just that, and just thinking whatever, you know? Wise essence. Yeah. El True regardless this question. So when do you plan on doing the Smash 4 round robin stream? Yeah, the Smash 4 round robin stream, I'm probably going to see if I can do it tomorrow. So look forward to a post. Think about different thoughts. I have while thinking different thoughts about thinking thoughts. There you go. Exactly. That's exactly what I said, right? I do that as well. It's relaxing. Exactly. It's relaxing. Oh, I'm gonna be on that. Yeah, exactly. PhD. Like, get home from work. You know, you get home from streaming, or you stop streaming and just lie down on the bed and just look at the ceiling. Just wonder what's next. What am I gonna do? Sometimes you know what I do sometimes, guys? I wonder what's the world gonna be like in 20 years from now. Like, I wonder how. Like, I remember like when my daughter was like 1 year old. I was like, man, I wonder what my daughter's gonna be like when she can like talk, like when she can actually talk to me, you know? And it's pretty much everything that I thought of, maybe a little bit more. She's actually a lot funnier than I thought that she would be. She's actually, I thought she would be more of a quiet type of girl, but no, she's actually really funny and like, you know, says jokes all the time. So, you know, I thought about that. What's going to happen in 20 years? What's going to happen in 10 years? What do you think the world's going to be like? I've thought about the future. I've thought about maybe like space. I've thought about all sorts of stuff. I don't know. I just think about things. She's funny like her dick. Yeah. I think she might I think she's funnier than me. She's hilarious. She's absolutely hilarious. I only think about myself, my name, nothing. that makes sense. Let's see. I wish I had time to just look at the ceiling. I use that time to play more video games. Exactly. That's the thing. I don't use that time because like I said, I like to save my eyes. So sometimes I don't want to just be playing video games 24/7. But I know you have a regular day job though. So yeah, you want to spend your time, you know, when you're not at work, you want to spend your time having fun, playing video games or doing what you want to do. So I completely understand. Let's see. Simon T says, what's your stance on the Switch Pro 2019? Too early or on time? Well, Switch Pro, that's a loaded type of question. What do you think the Switch Pro is going to be? That's the first thing. So like a remodeled Switch. Yeah, I think a remodeled Switch could be announced in 2019, maybe released then. Or not. I think it might come in like 2020. But I mean, my stance on it is that, yeah, Nintendo always revises their systems. I mean, that's happened for a while now. So I don't see anything I don't see why they wouldn't do it. But I don't know about 2019 though. I think that might be a little too early. Just don't zone out while driving. Well, no, that's why I said like when I'm doing nothing, not driving. Driving, you have to think while you're driving. I'm a very defensive driver, by the way, guys. I'm very careful. I'm a very defensive driver because I was a running back in high school. So you know how running backs are. We're very, you know, we look out. We want to make sure that nobody's hitting us from this side or we're trying to catch us when we're running and we got a touchdown. So I naturally look all over the place. My brain is thinking at a very high level when I'm driving. I don't zone out when I'm driving. Although you can zone out while you're driving. You can just basically, it's like you're in like auto tune or whatever. You're just like in, you know, or not auto tune, but you're just like in, you know, automatic mode where you're just like, I've driven so much that you're not even thinking. But no, I'm always very alert. I never really zone out when I'm driving. No, I drive like a grandma. Yeah, I mean, I always follow the, you know, I follow the speed limit and all that. So Although I mean my car is turbocharged, so sometimes, you know, I might go a little vroom, like a little vroom every now and then, but nothing crazy. Like a little vroom, like when I know that I'm safe and there's nobody around, because I live on the outskirts of town, and sometimes like when I go to pick up, like when I go to like Walmart to get like food at night, sometimes there's like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, there's nobody outside. Like the streets are empty. It's back a little slap shift vroom, but no, outside of that, nothing. Outside of that, nothing. Let's see. Don't go to Florida. It's the driver's worst nightmare. Yeah, I have a Chevy LTZ Cruise. Yeah, it's turbocharged LTZ. By the way, that I bought before I really started doing this full time. For those who are wondering, I bought the car in 2016. So that was before I started doing Player Essence full time. Went from 200cc to 50cc real quick. Okay. I can't believe LA shut down after some rain. Did LA shut down? I didn't even know. You came back from Creed. Cool, man. Shout outs to Ethan R. Saw Creed. Was it good? Looks like oh, you said it was really, yeah, you said it was really good. So yeah, it was good. Any other questions, my boys and girls? We're over 2 hours. We usually like to keep these at 2 hours for people who watch the replays. But any other questions you guys got? If anything, I was probably gonna go relax for a bit, and maybe I was probably gonna come back and stream later. Maybe. Shout outs to Balasian and Kirito. That's Sword Art Online, isn't it? Kirito. There's probably other people named Kirito too, but I know that's Sword Art Online, isn't it? Anyway, shout outs. Thank you so much for the Twitch follow. Appreciate that. Or that's Warframe? What? Oh, am I gonna stream Warframe? Yeah, I'm gonna. If I do stream tonight, guys, it's gonna be Warframe, but it's gonna be a chill stream from my living room, and the audio quality might not be as good because it's the living room. So I might just use my headphones and just plug my headphones into my laptop, and then just have the audio coming from here. So the quality might not. I just might chill and just play some Warframe and just relax, and you know. Like I said, I might. I'm not 100% sure. I might not. I'm not sure. Is there more Smash tournaments in Japan? I don't. Yeah, there's a whole circuit in Japan. Yeah, there'll be more. So we'll live stream those when we get the opportunity. Have you ever thought there would be a new Switch crossover with Ubisoft? Oh, absolutely. I think that there could be a new Switch crossover with Ubisoft, and I think that a prime franchise for this to happen is Rayman. I think that Rayman and Nintendo, that could be the next crossover. Would be a Rayman game where you use Rayman and you use some type of Nintendo property. I don't know what it is, but I would say something crazy. I would say crossover Rayman with Golden Sun. Let Ubisoft make a Rayman, and yes, it sounds crazy, but so did Mario plus Rabbids. Take Rayman, let him be in an RPG, an action RPG or a turn-based RPG. I don't really care. Some type of RPG, and I'd say crossover Golden Sun with it. Crossover Rayman and Golden Sun. Let's do it, dude. And let Ubisoft make it. That's crazy. I know you guys will be like, what? Golden Sun from Ubisoft? No, that'd be crazy. I don't care. Take over some franchise, get F-Zero, cross it over with Rayman. Get freaking Eternal Darkness, cross it over with whatever Ubisoft has. I just want some type of crazy crossover between Ubisoft and Nintendo. So yeah, do it, man. Do it. Rayman in a Kirby game? I don't know. I don't know about Rayman in a Kirby game. I don't know about that. I'm going to watch some UFC. All right, take it easy, Robert. Thanks for coming out to the stream, man. Thank you for the Rinnegan unlock. Let's go. Thank you so much. You guys give some love to Robert. Shout outs to the Elite Ninja Robert for the for the Rinnegan unlock tonight. So thank you, man. I appreciate that. My boys got the Rinnegan. About ready to transport to another dimension and watch some UFC. So shout outs, man. Thank you for watching. Nothing says player says, do you know how to grind for more platinum on Warframe? In my opinion, I want Splatoon and Rabbids. I don't want another crossover with Rabbids again. We just got Rabbids, so you want Splatoon and like you want more Rabbids? I don't know about that, man. But grind for platinum. I don't know how to grind for more platinum. That's like the currency in the game. Maybe you should look up on the internet. Just type in how do you get more platinum. So maybe we can do that right now. So let's see here. Most often, the native platinum is found in secondary deposits in alluvial deposits. The alluvial deposits used by Wait a minute. this is like platinum, like real life platinum. How to earn? There's all sorts of guides online how to do it, man. So just check out those guides how to do it for Warframe. There's guides, but I don't know myself. I don't know how to do it. They're old though. Let me check here. Platinum is an in-game currency which can be bought in real-world currency or by trading with other players. It comes in packs, various quantities. Okay, players can upgrade their account founders package. Yeah, it looks like you got to kind of buy it. Or hold up, there are a few items that can only be obtained through platinum. Okay, color palettes. Yeah, pretty much you have to buy it for the most part. It's like microtransaction or whatever. Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Torna got an update for Mithra's censored costume in Smash Bros. Ultimate. I mean, I saw people talk about like it's just a costume. Like it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I saw people talking about it. But yeah, it got that outfit for it. It's not that big of a deal though. I don't think Kirby will fit in any Ubisoft game. Yeah, and Rabbids fits in a Mario game. so yeah. Assassin's Creed Chronicles. What? Assassin's Creed Chronicles? No. Keep Assassin's Creed away from Xenoblade. I'm sorry. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Zelda? Tom Clancy's Rainbow Zelda? No. Rayman Cross Donkey Kong? I'd be down for that. Yeah. Metroid Prime or Halo? What are you talking about, Metroid Prime or Halo? Like, which one do I like more? I like Metroid. Metroid more. I like Super Metroid more than I like Halo, but I like the original Halo more than I like Metroid Prime. Okay, Ataki, calm down. These are bad, LOL. Yeah, the Assassin's Creed and Xenoblade Chronicles, that's bad. But I think VCIP was just joking though. Ethan says if Nintendo were to bring one surprise to the Game Awards, what would you want? I don't know. Maybe Metroid Prime 4 and Metroid Prime Trilogy. That'd be a surprise. I wonder if they'd bring something like that. I made a video on it too because I thought that maybe something like that would happen. Maybe it does. That might be a surprise. Maybe it happens. Yeah, I knew you were joking. The Division Cross Waluigi. Would that make all the Waluigi fans happy if that happened? Would you guys stop crying if that happened? But it's not Smash Brothers though. Rayman Cross Donkey Kong make it 3D again. Yeah, I'd be down. Excuse me, I'd be down for that. Rayman Cross Donkey Kong. I'd be completely down for that. Far Cry Emblem. Far Cry Emblem. Yeah, dude. Let's do it. Michael O'Brien says, do you think Monolith will branch out from Xenoblade with a new IP for the next game? I think so. I think their next game is a new IP, but we'll have to wait and see. But I think that it might use like whatever, like a Xenoblade engine or something like that. I don't know, or engine. Maybe they use Unreal Engine 4. I don't know. Who knows? But they'll probably use an in-house engine though. Think Meme says, person says, how much is Keeley making from nominating Cowboy Simulator 2018? How much is he making? I don't know if he's making anything from that. I have no way to tell if he is, but I mean, obviously it's good. You know, it's good for him. It's, you know, clout if he gets those big games. But I mean, I think that most people can say that, yeah, Red Dead is worth the nomination for, you know, Game of the Year and all that stuff. So yeah. No, be more. I didn't watch Master Roshi versus Jiraiya. I haven't had the time, or I just forgot. Potentially, I'll watch it at some point. Jeffrey Augustine says, do you think Golden Sun should be more popular than it should be like Fire Emblem? No, Golden Sun is as popular. Golden Sun is as popular as much effort Nintendo has put into it. Nintendo has not put a lot of effort into making Golden Sun a popular franchise, so it's as popular as Nintendo has tried. We have not gotten the Golden Sun Awakening, and what I mean by that is that we have not gotten the Golden Sun game to revitalize the franchise. We have not seen it. So until Nintendo makes an effort to make Golden Sun more popular and revitalize the franchise, it's as popular as it should be. Fire Emblem has deserved its popularity. Fire Emblem at one point was not popular. Nintendo said, let's give it one more try. Let's put everything we got into Awakening. That's what they did. They put everything they got into Awakening, and it became popular. Also with marketing with Nintendo. Nintendo marketed because they saw the value in the game. So for Golden Sun to be more popular, Nintendo and Camelot or whoever's going to make the game needs to put that effort to make it more popular. So it's just as popular as I would think that it should be, which is not that popular. What's up, Richard? How you doing today, man? It was fun being back for P Cross Nintendo. I'm going to go stream. All right, take it easy, Solo News. Have a nice stream, dude. I don't think it's crazy that DK64 is the only 3D DK game because DK games aren't 3D. That's never been the MO of a DK game. Like Mario 64, that works. So you have Mario games that are, 3D. But DK64, that was arguably the worst mainline Donkey Kong game. Arguably, for some people. I think the original games are a lot better. So I think DKC for a difficult platformer, because that's what DKC is. It's supposed to be it got turned into a collectathon with a 3D platformer, So I think that it's a difficult 2D platformer, which is easier to do, by the way. Difficulty in 3D platformers, it's just harder. 3D platforming is just harder than 2D platforming, like where to jump, how to land, and all that stuff. It's just more difficult to judge the distance and all of that. So like if you were to make a game as difficult as DKC games, but in 3D, that would be very tough because Super Mario Odyssey isn't as hard as Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. So it would be very difficult to judge the type of difficulty for a Donkey Kong game in 3D space. Like that would be, I don't know if I'd want something like that. So that's the reason why DK games are 2D, because 3D would just be too difficult with the type of jumps. I love how DKC2 is the best one, but I like a new 3D one. I don't know if I even want a 3D one, guys. I think, I mean, a 3D, I would buy it and play it, but I don't know if 3D platformers aren't anything to get crazy about. I know people like 3D platformers. If you're an N64 kid, then obviously you like 3D platformers, but I really do dislike 3D platformers. As like, I don't like them as, cause like they're not all made like Mario, like Galaxy, right? Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Odyssey, like look at the 3D platformers that we have. Like look at Yooka-Laylee. You know what I'm saying? Like Yooka-Laylee, everybody talks about how that's not a very good game, but if you compare it to like what else do we have, it's like, well, how else do you make a 3D platformer good then? Like what do you do to make a 3D platformer good? It's so hard to make them really good. It's much easier to make a good 2D platformer. So, I mean, I'd be down for, I'd play a 3D Donkey Kong platformer, but would it be super hard? Like, are you going to be dying all the time in a 3D platformer? Like the jumps, like it's going to be difficult. It's not easy. I actually have an easier time and die less in Tropical Freeze than I do in Super Mario Odyssey, and like getting like the stuff. They're like the main game of Super Mario Odyssey is easy, but like the side stuff, like the harder, difficult stuff that you do in that game, sometimes I just die because I can't judge the distance between where I'm jumping and what it is. Like Super Mario 3D World is the worst. Like judging distance, like in the super hard difficult levels, like after you beat the main game and you go to that like you go to the space or whatever, or into the air, the sky. Like those levels are difficult because it's like sometimes I can't judge the distance, or I'm off a little bit on like my 3D jumping. Whereas like New Super Mario Bros, I beat all of that extra stuff, no problem. Well, not no problem, but I beat all that extra stuff. Like it was like, well, wait a minute. I know Super Mario 3D World isn't like way harder than New Super Mario Bros, is it? I don't think so. So I don't know. I just have problems judging the distance at times. Whereas Super Mario Odyssey or Super Mario Galaxy, I 100% did those games. And those were hard too, but I still had the same problems, like, when it comes to it. So, I don't know. That's just me. Let's see. I saw that Temtem and Darksiders vids. What do you think of them? Well, I mean, if you watch the vids, then you already know what I think of them, right? They're good games. I like Temtem. I like Darksiders. They're both good. Thank you, Senator says, what do you think? What do you think? AYGA. What do you think? I don't know what that means. AYGA. Let's see. A Diddy Kong Racing 2 and Garfield Kart first. No, we're not gonna see any of that. Garfield? Is Garfield coming to the Switch? I don't know. Did you pick up a Genesis collection yet? No, I didn't pick up Genesis collection. Nothing says. Have you ever heard of Drawn to Life? I have. It is a really old DS game. I loved that game when I was younger. Yeah, I've heard about it. It's not my favorite game. I mean, I've played it, but I mean, it is what it is. It's okay for what it is, I've heard about that game, like the Po or Poi on Switch or whatever it is. Yeah, I've heard about that. You said the Arc port is honestly is awful. Just play the phone port. Is there? I didn't even know there was a phone port. Thank you. Says favorite DS game. My favorite DS game is probably like one of the Castlevania games, like Castlevania, like Order of Ecclesia or Dawn of Sorrow, something like that. Or like one of the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, like Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Like that game is probably that game. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, Order of Ecclesia, or Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. One of those three. Any other questions, my boys and girls? Favorite GBA game? I don't really like the GBA, but if I had to pick a game, it would be Metroid Fusion. That's my favorite GBA game. Oh, John just said the phone port is better, so I just listened to him. All right, so you're just mimicking what somebody else says. Gotcha. I didn't even know there was a phone port. You spell John. Well, John's name is spelled Jon. I think it's Jon, not John, but whatever. Favorite Wii game? Probably like Super Mario Galaxy. Super Mario Galaxy 2 or Super Mario Galaxy. One of those two. Advice for people who plan to stream for the first time, like we have 0 viewers. I'm not a streamer as much, but my advice is just to make sure that you make the stream fun. Make sure you interact with the chat and don't be monotone. Make the stream fun. Make sure you interact with the chat, and just make sure that you're. I mean, it depends on what are you playing games just to have fun, what you like, or are you playing games to be more successful? Like, if you want to play games, like if you want to become more successful, obviously you have to play popular games, right? So if you're playing games to become successful, then play games that are popular. Play new games. Play games that people like. Play those. If you're playing games just for yourself, then obviously you just play whatever you want and make sure you interact with the chat and everything. So that's my advice. Why don't I like the GBA? Just because I wasn't a huge fan of the GBA. It was just not a system that I was a huge fan of. I mean, it was okay. I played a lot of games on there, but I just wasn't a huge fan of the GBA. I like the 3DS a lot more. The GOAT of handheld? I can't consider it the GOAT because it doesn't have Fire Emblem Awakening. The GOAT of handhelds is whatever system Fire Emblem Awakening is on, and that happens to be the 3DS. So, for me, my favorite Nintendo handheld is if we're not counting the Switch in portable mode, it's the 3DS because you can play Fire Emblem Awakening and you can play Fire Emblem Fates on the on the DS or 3DS, and you can play all DS games on the 3DS. So for me, the GOAT for me would be 3DS right now. 3DS is a great library. For 3DS, you can play so many different games. So I'm gonna say 3DS, but you know, if you like GBA more, that's cool too. That's cool too. Any favorite musicians? Yeah, Eminem, Beastie Boys, like Tupac. Snoop Dogg. I like Metallica. You know, just I like Beatles. Classic rock is cool. Like all the classic rock hits. Boston, stuff like that. But I'm not big into actual musicians, like real people musicians. I'm actually more into like video game music. Like I listen to video game music or like anime music, you know. I listen to that way more than I actually listen to actual musicians. I actually almost never listen to actual musicians anymore. But if you want to talk about like musicians as in like composers for like video games, like I love Koji Kondo, I love Yasunori Mitsuda. I love all the people that do like Atlas music, Persona 5, whoever did Persona 5 soundtrack. I love that guy or girl or whoever it was that composed that. Like that's what I'm more into because you can get lyrics and you also get the really cool beats. Like, you know, you get like the really cool, like you can get the beats, you can get rap from like Xenoblade Chronicles X, right? That's like rap music. So you can get rap, you can get like pop, like Tokyo Mirage Sessions, right? So like you can get all styles of music within video games. So that's what I like. I actually listen to that more than I do actual musicians because actual musicians, their music, I don't know, just kind of, I don't really feel like listening to it anymore because I've already listened to all of it. But like video game music always evolves and it's always like you can listen to it like when you're working out and stuff like that. So I don't know. That's just me. Machine Gun. I never even heard about Machine Gun Kelly until this whole beef with Eminem. Solidus T said, I just missed back-to-back stream notifications. Solidus T, follow me on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll never miss when I have a live stream. Just follow me on Twitter and set notifications for your phone. When I post, then you'll be good. Mario Kart DS was my favorite DS game. I know, not surprising. Yeah, Party Man. Seriously. Hold up. That's mine too. Great game. Golden Sun on GBA. How are you gonna say you don't like it that much? No, it's fine, but I mean, it just wasn't my thing, man. It just was GBA just wasn't my thing as much. I don't know. It's cool, but it just wasn't my thing. I didn't mean like Boston's like per se classic rock. I'm just saying like Boston and old stuff. I was just kind of putting 80s old rock music, old alternative, old stuff from the 80s. I wasn't trying to group them in together exactly, but you know, like more than a feeling, like all that crap that I used to listen to. I don't really listen to that as much. I listen to video game music more now. But like, if you want to talk about like music that I still listen to from actual musicians every now and then, it'd be stuff like that. I don't really listen to a lot of new music. Like people talk about like The Weeknd, and so I'm like, I don't know. Like I remember when somebody said, they asked me about The Weeknd, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm like, oh, my weekend is gonna be pretty good. They're like, no, like The Weeknd, like what do you think about it? I'm like, oh, my weekend was good. Like it was somebody at work, dude. Like back when I had a normal job, they kept on asking me about The Weeknd, and I was like, my weekend's fine. What do you want from me? I think I'm gonna play some video games. What is it? And he's like, no, The Weeknd. Like what do you think about him? And I'm like, what do you mean? What do I think about The Weeknd? Isn't like the Saturday and Sunday? They're great. I'm not at work. What do you want from me? Like we got into like a little bit of a passionate conversation. He's like, The Weeknd, musician. I'm like, I'm not gonna see anybody on The Weeknd. No, I'm not going to any music shows. So that's basically what I ran into that. You know, so I don't really listen to anybody new. Let's see. That sounds like a setup for who's on first joke. Yeah. So. So yeah, he's a rapper. Yeah, add me on Twitter. All right, take it easy, PhD place. You gonna make a prediction video? I'll be watching it, my boy. Last surprise? Yeah, nothing. That's a great track. This is Toby. Classic rock like Backstreet Boys. Yeah, Backstreet Boys. That's like pop alternative. Backstreet Boys, I never really liked them. I liked NSYNC more. If you had to pick between if I had to pick between them, I think NSYNC was better. Sounding like someone old UNC regarding The Weeknd, like someone old UNC. What does that mean? Think Meme says, do you watch current animes like Goblin Slayer and JoJo? No, I watch My Hero. Right now, the two animes that I'm watching right now are I got caught up on Boruto, but the two animes, like current animes that I'm watching are Boruto and My Hero. I don't like to have a ton of different anime that I'm watching. I don't like to watch like 10 different series at one time. I'll usually my capacity is 2. That's my capacity. My capacity is 2. So I finished Dragon Ball Super and I was watching Boruto at the same time. And then I finished Dragon Ball Super. So then I moved on to Boruto and My Hero. So I added one in. Once Super dropped off, I added in My Hero. I don't like to watch like 10 different animes at once. Like that's like too confusing with all the freaking names. It still took me a long. I still don't know all the names for My Hero, but like I don't want to get confused with all the different Japanese names. So I don't even watch a bunch of animes at the same time and all that. So you guys know I'm watching Boruto and I'm watching My Hero. Those are the two animes that I'm watching right now. The Weeknd, he's known as The Weeknd. Yeah, from what I've heard, he's more of a singer, not a rapper, but he can rap though. Do I ever listen to old blues music? That will change your life. I've listened to blues music before. I had a music class when I was in college, and we listened to we went through each arc and different sagas, I guess, of music, and blues was one of them. And I listened to a lot of different tracks. I even had to go to a blues concert for like extra credit, so I went to the blues concert. So it's good stuff, man. But I don't listen to it like. I don't listen to it all the time. I don't think The Weeknd is known as a rapper though. Like I don't think he's known. I mean, he can rap, but I don't think he's known as a rapper per se. For example, like Drake is known as a rapper, but Drake can also sing as well. You know, I think they're both like ambidextrous when it comes to singing or rapping. But, I mean, maybe they're known more. I think The Weeknd's known more for, like, slower pace, more of a singer. But The Weeknd can rap, obviously. And Drake can sing, but he can also rap, too. So, I mean, whatever. I don't think it really matters, though. Like, whether The Weeknd or Drake or whoever, singer or rapper, who cares, dude? They're, like, they don't care about us. So, I wouldn't care about them if I were you guys. Who cares? Ataki said, did Ataki delete his message because he got salty? Ataki, you deleted his message because he got salty, dude. Let's see, Drake is no rapper anymore. All right, well, whatever, dude. I don't care. That was funny. Oh, man. Pop artist is better than y'all wild, dude. Y'all wild. All right, guys. So, let me use my mod powers real quick. All right, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. No, you guys are all good. It's all fun and games. 164, all fun and games. Most anticipated Nintendo Switch games 2019. I did a whole video on that free high. So check out my video on Nintendo's insane lineup for 2019. If you haven't seen that video, check it out, because I talk about all the different games and all that stuff like that in that video, and it took me a while to go over all that again. So I think I'm gonna relax for Friday, guys. It's been a long week, had a lot of content for you guys. Let me link that video though, real quick. Let me let you guys know about a couple different things that we have here, that we have going down here on Player Essence. So basically, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Tomorrow we should have a little bit of a Smash Brothers round robin, playing a little bit of Smash. So if you want to come out, you're one of the Elite Ninja, go ahead and do so. I linked the video. I linked my channel here. Check out all my videos if you haven't seen my videos for this week. Check those out. Also, Nintendo's insane lineup for 2019. Let me link that video. Let me find it first. Yeah, 2019 Switch games breakdown. So check that out. I think 6.7 thousand of you guys have already watched that. So a lot of you guys have already seen it. But if you haven't, it's the second video that I'm linking right here. So make sure you guys check that out when you get the opportunity. Shout outs to my we have I think Abaddon is streaming. Yeah, Abaddon is streaming. So if you want to watch some more content, Abaddon is streaming. He is streaming right now. So let's see here. Let me go ahead and link his channel. So you guys, if you guys can all go raid Abaddon, there's 129 of you guys, or 120 of you guys at least. If you guys can all go raid Abaddon, that would be great. Let's go send him a big raid. So be a Player Essence Viking. Raid Abaddon. I might have spelled his name wrong here, guys. So you guys all go raid Abaddon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Make sure you go raid Abaddon. He's doing a podcast talking about Fallout 76, PlayStation Classic, Overpriced, and Chillcast episode 25. So make sure you go check him out. Go check him out when you guys get the opportunity. Or right now at this point. What's up? Yo, Gizmo, man, you came in late, dude. Yeah, you're a little late. This will be up later, so if you want to watch the replay, Gizmo, it'll be up later. But if you have time to watch some shows and stuff, check out those links that I did. The first 2 links, it has some of the videos that I've done. And check out my PE Live from earlier today. So if you missed my PE Live earlier, check it out. Tomorrow, we're going to be streaming. Look out for a post. Guys, I'm going to get some sleep tonight, I'll be honest. I'm probably going to relax. I'm going to play some video games. I don't know if I'm going to stream. I'm going to just play Warframe by myself. I'm going to get some sleep. I'm going to get some sleep tonight. And I'll wake up at some point tomorrow morning, and we'll get the whole whatever, you know, done. I need to edit a video too, though. I don't really feel like editing a video. I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning, edit a video, and then we'll do something. But I'm going to get some sleep tonight. I'm not going to stream like tonight. I think I'm just going to get some sleep and play some games and relax. But anyway, yeah, we're good for tonight, guys. We're good for tonight. If I do stream, I'll probably take a nap and maybe wake up in a few hours and stream, or it might be at a weird time, super early in the morning, so maybe some of you European cats will catch it. Either way, whatever, guys. Whatever. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and we'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.